And as the pocket broke down, he stepped right into it. Nice little slide step for Darren Smith, and he got the first down. He made a play with his legs right there.
He did a nice job of feeling that there was nothing down the field open. Excellent coverage on the back end there from Cesar Chavez. And Smith able to make a play with his feet and delivering a blow there right at the end of that play. Nice job there for Darren Smith from the Red Mountain Mountains.
So it does appear that he was actually short on that play here. So let's pick up the down and distance here. This is Gardner on the punt and the left. So Gardner sends it down the other end of the field. I was going back to the previous play there. Number 16 had made the special teams tackle for Chavez. His number is not listed and his name is not listed on the roster, but he made a nice play there to prevent Darren Smith from getting that first down. It looked like he had the first down, but here we go. At quarterback for Cesar Chavez will be Lucas Orange. He's the junior, coming off a very, very efficient game last week against East, and we're going to have an infraction up front. James, this is something that we saw on the opening week against Desert Ridge for Red Mountain. They had 13 penalties for 61 yards. Something they wanted to clean up here offensively was the procedure challenges, but here on the opening drive of the game for Lucas Orange and Cesar Chavez, they have an infraction of their own.
Yeah, there was a little bit of early game jitters, if you will. They'll shake that off here and keep
Orange out to Tyreek Blue, makes the reception at the 40, stiffs on him, the tackler at the 45-yard line. He's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Some late pushing and shoving there. Georgie Ramirez in on the play late, and also it looks like that might have been Jesus Vasquez. So Vasquez credited with a force out. Tyreek Blue makes the reception, and for Tyreek Blue, a two-way talent, 69 yards receiving last week, he will be a load.
Yeah, Tyreek Blue is an excellent player for Cesar Chavez. You mentioned him prior to the broadcast this evening. He's going to be a breakout star here in the 6A division, and I look for him to put up some impressive numbers here tonight for the champions.
The champions can run the ball effectively. They have Andrew Blitzky, 91 yards last week, 3 touchdowns. He wears number 33, so threes were wild last week in East Anchorage for Chavez, taking that road trip. Had to have a fundraiser, and the community here in Levine rallied around this football team and sent them to East Anchorage, and they had a grand time, and they picked up a huge victory. So it'll be 1st and 5 from the 40-yard line. And again, a whistle before we can get play started here. Clock stopped at 10:04, opening quarter from Cesar Chavez High School.
Yeah, both teams looking to establish a rhythm here. We're early in the first quarter, and both of them going to settle down here and avoid some of those penalty flags and start playing some sound football.
Champions won last Friday night, 40-14. And now Orange back to throw, wants to go deep, looking for Blue again. The ball is going to be in and out of his hands. Around the 33-yard line, Evan Ompta, the safety there in coverage, along with Shaq Daniels and Tyreek Blue, had a step on the defender, but was unable to haul that one in. So Lucas Orange trying to test the secondary, and that's something that Red Mountain will have to do. That'll defend their secondary. On a quarterback keep, it's Orange breaks a tackle, and he's going to be absolutely hammered. He was belted by Georgie Ramirez. How about deuces right there? Double deuces. Georgie Ramirez up there to lay a lick on the quarterback, Lucas Orange. So it'll be 3rd and about 4 yards from the 43-yard line. Again, it's Orange in a shotgun formation. He's spreading out. 4 wide receivers, 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side. Flank to the left of Orange is the talented tailback, Andrew Blitzky. They like to run from this position. They're going to take the handoff. It's Blitzky up the middle, and great support there by the interior of Red Mountain's defense to swarm the football and eliminate Blitzky from getting that extra yardage. And right there, James, you can see the chippiness on the field here. For Cesar Chavez, they're looking at Red Mountain, this big 6A school. Chavez, the same, a big 6A school, but hey, who's going to get the respect of whom here first?
all about who's going to draw first blood here tonight, Kevin. And both these teams are ready to play. Cesar Chavez a bit chippy, as you mentioned, but a great job on defense there for Red Mountain.
Great spot, and that's going to allow the first down for Andrew Blitzky. So with a quick snap, it's Orange to the air again on the far side. This time he was going for the flanker, wide receiver Davion Camp. Camp 5'8", a buck 57. And that time Orange just ran out of arm on that pass to the outside. 2nd and 10 from the 46-yard line. No score just on the way. Moving right to left, it is Andrew Blitzky and the champions of Cesar Chavez. And Blitzky, he'll run very hard there. Kind of a up and down runner, north-south, downhill style, and he's a bruiser.
Yeah, he is. He's hitting the hole with a great head of steam, and a credit to the offensive line there for Cesar Chavez moving the pile up front. Nice job on the defensive side there for Francis Coomey on that stop.
Quick snap, Arns to the air, and he overshoots his man. Arns was going for the outside receiver, Josh Garcia, and for Red Mountain in the area with the coverage provided there by Jesus Vasquez, and he made a pretty solid attempt to try to pick that one off. Just came up empty.
Yeah, just passed his hands there. Nice job of laying out for that one, but he almost hauled it in there for Red Mountain. That would have been a game changer right there early here in the first quarter.
Boy, I tell you what, the Longines scoreboard's tweaked, and then the far sidelines, I'm not sure that they have the down and distance correct. That has been a challenge here the first couple of minutes of this first quarter. We're going to get timeout taken off the field. We'll keep it right here, James, but no score here, 8:26 remaining on a balmy night here out in Laveen, Arizona. But both teams a little flat here after the first series, but should be noted, for Orange, it was 16-19 last week for 233 yards. Just the numbers alone, 16-19. That's efficient.
Yeah, very efficient performance last week for Arns. And he's trying to get something going here. Like you said, a kind of a sloppy game, if you will, thus far. Both teams trying to establish a rhythm, both on offense and defense. And they'll get it going here, as you mentioned. A little bit of confusion on the sideline there as far as down and distance. But we should be underway here again shortly and playing some sound football.
The other thing that you have to wonder is who's got the football here. So I believe that Chavez will be in punt formation. And J.R. Alcantar told me he wasn't sure who was going to punt before the game. It looks like it might be Davion Camp is lined up. He's in punt formation here. 8:26 to go, 4th and 7. It's Camp back there. See if Camp's going to pooch it from this spot. And he will. And he's going to be run into, and the punt was partially blocked. There's a penalty marker thrown on the play. That is a live ball. Isaac Thompson was there defensively for Red Mountain. And I'm not sure if there was an infraction committed at number 6. Well, let's see what the back judge had to say about that. Penalty marker thrown right in the area where Thompson just about decked the punter.
Yeah, that's a tough call there. You got to give him credit. You got to give him a chance to make the play, which he was trying to do. He's very close there. I don't really understand the flag. Maybe that's why the officials are talking about it. Hopefully they'll pick this one up, because you got to give that defender a chance to make a play.
He was in that pooch portion of the field, and you could tell that's what he wanted to do. And Kyle Enders, with that keen sense of smarts that he has, and your defensive coordinator, my head coach Mike Peterson, they were all over that play, and they rushed the punter. And I don't know if they're going to get roughing out of this or what, but it appears that Chavez is going to get a first down out of this, or they've elected to go for it here on 4th down. It remains 4th down on the ball marker. Ball's placed on the Mountain Lions' 46-yard line. And so after the penalty, it'll be a 3-yard advance for Chavez. Now in Mountain Lion territory, they're going to, again, line up in that same pooch formation.
They end up with 2 eligible receivers on this end of the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to do the exact same thing. This time it's kicked.
That's a live ball, Kevin.
Coming up with the football was Isaac Thompson. It's interesting how Isaac was in the middle of that frame to begin that special team sequence, and then when it's all said and done, who comes up with the football? Isaac Thompson.
Heady play there for number 6 for Red Mountain. Not a great kick, if you will, and I don't know exactly what he was trying to do with that one, but I think that was right off the the backside of one of his offensive linemen there, and thus Isaac Thomas is able to scoop that one as everyone stood around there, make a play for Red Mountain, and they're going to take over on offense here. Let's see what they can do from the 50.
That was Davion Camp. Adrian Valdez is their normal punter, but he was in hot water, so Coach Alcantara told me he wasn't sure who was going to punt. Back to the air. This is Smith. He hits the nearsighted receiver. That's Ramses Rivera, and it'll take 3 tacklers for Chavez to wrestle Ramses Rivera out of bounds. That's a tough physical play there by your wideout.
Yeah, great job that time. He drug 3 champion tacklers with him that time for extra yardage, and a heady, strong play there for Ramses Rivera.
That's a gain of 5. Darren Smith to Ramses Rivera. First completion of the night. And trying to throw the ball out over the seam to Alexander Randall earlier in this contest. 2nd and 5. Red Mountain wearing their road uniforms, their scarlet pants with white jerseys, black helmets. Smith under center on a play fake. Back to throw. Throws off his back foot. Looking for, I believe it's Carter Wheat, and they wrestle for the football. It might have been picked off, and now the side judge says that ball hit the turf, and it's going to be incomplete. And they were looking for Carter Wheat, number 99, going down the seam, trying to get him the football down the field.
Yeah, he was trying to pull that one in there. The defender almost picked it out from underneath him, but I believe it bounced off the ground there. That's going to bring up a 3rd down for Red Mountain here. They want to get a 1st down here to keep this drive going.
In the vicinity defensively was free safety Tyreek Blue. He wears number 13. There's Tyreek Blue. Blue is a talented young man, 5'11", 185, UNLV and NAU, showing some interest. 3rd and 5 from the Chavez 45-yard line. Darren Smith under center, the 3 wide receiver set, high formation. Back to throw, fires near side, complete by Carter Wheat. Carter Wheat trying to lunge for extra yardage. He can't get it. We have a penalty thrown down in the middle of the field. And right next to the referee there was number 95. That is Alberto Chavez. Chavez is 5'10", 280, and perhaps he had some words that were less than desirable from a conversation tone with the official right there, but Chavez is pointing the other direction.
Yeah, it'll be a personal foul on Red Mountain. That's unfortunate. That's not going to help them continue the drive here, Kevin.
Darren Smith last week in the win had an impressive showing. He too extremely efficient. 221 yards through the air, a couple of touchdowns for Darren Smith. But it was the numbers. 10 of 15. Very efficient. Both these quarterbacks in their very first week of play were efficient on offense. So after the penalty yardage is marked off, it's going to be a 6-yard penalty. It's 4th down, and Smith from the pocket fires over the middle of the field, and it'll be in out of the hands of the speedy Zach Molina. Molina unable to corral that football in, and right there, James, you saw the arm strength and the sizzle on that pass from Darren Smith.
Yeah, a little bit of muster on that one from Smith there. Had Molina running a crossing route over the middle there, almost threw into double coverage, almost completed the ball, but unfortunately Zach Molina unable to haul that one in for the Lions.
So once again, mass confusion from our vantage point up here on the down and distance again. I don't even think that the PA announcer was aware that that was a 4th down play. Originally when it started, it was 3rd down. Obviously with the penalty, all the chaos that ensued right there, it was really 4th down. And on the change of possession, it'll be Lucas Orange back on the field for Chavez. And before they can get a snap off, another penalty has been thrown here. And I'm going to have to guess here that it's going to be too many men in the huddle this time, or some sort of a delay of game. And that is the preliminary indication. Gorgeous moon here out in the
beautiful view here tonight.
Town.
Beautiful view here tonight. A lot of clouds on the horizon. A little bit of lightning as we're just saying that. We'll see if that holds off. The monsoon holds off here for us this evening.
We're just below South Mountain here. Back to live action. It's Orange on the rollout, rolling to the far side. He throws on the run. The ball's in and out of the hands of his wide receiver target. Nice job there defensively by Evan Alta. He was lurking. And the wide receiver target this time for Orange was number 10, and that's James Mackey. Mackey, the backup quarterback. He's just a sophomore. He's also a little bit scatty-like. He's 5'7", 142. They have a lot of guys that are in that same stature.
Yeah, quick, nimble with their feet. able to move and make plays with their feet. Arns that time he was getting flushed out of the pocket by number 90, Alexander Randall, did a great job running all the way from across the other side of the field to pursue that one.
Arns out of the gun on the play faking. Throws a pass to Tyreek Blue. They try to set up a wide receiver screen, and in there making things difficult. Not only Shaq Daniels was there, but behind the play, trailing it was number 80, Francis Kumi. And Kumi, nice game last week. One of those players that he's got that special by his name. Just look at his frame and just see what kind of a player he is. 6'5", 195, over 50 tackles last year to get to the quarterback, and look for him to do some big things as we move throughout this season, James Cooney.
Yeah, he's going to be a big contributor for the Mountain Lions. He was last year, and he'll do the same thing here again this season.
So Arns, he wants to throw the football. They haven't really committed the run to Andrew Blitzky, and now we're going to get a timeout taken off the field. And with that, we will try and take the timeout with him. You're watching Red Mount Football on the Red Mount Football Network on the YouTube channel. You can direct messages at KDB Voice. Arns under pressure, throws down the field, and it's incomplete. We're going to get a late flag. Tyreek Blue, the intended target. Evan Alta there. George Ramirez also in the area. And one thing we can tell about this junior quarterback, he's a gunslinger. Lucas Arns, he can throw the football. Nice tight spiral. That time he was going for Tyreek Blue, and you can tell that there is a love affair here with Tyreek Blue.
Yeah, they like him here at Cesar Chavez. And Arns, as you mentioned, doing a great job. Not afraid to pull the trigger, set his feet, and deliver the football.
There's a lot to like about Tyreek Blue, a two-way player. All-region offense, all-region defense. That's pretty elite when you start to break it down categorically like that.
Especially in the 6A conference, that's impressive right there.
So a pass interference penalty assessed to Red Mountain, another infraction for the Mountain Lions here this opening quarter. 7:26 to go. It seems like we've been here for about 45 minutes. Still no score in this ball game, and really relatively quiet offensively. Nobody's been able to establish any kind of offensive rhythm here. It's Arns for the gun. Back to throw. Has all kinds of time. He throws, and it's too tall for the wideout. Shaq Daniels in coverage for James Mackey. And that time, Arns, James, really has a lot of time back there. Red Mountain's unable to get any kind of pressure on that quarterback just yet.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder why Arns is not able to deliver that football. He's sailing the last couple of passes high there. We'll see if he can bring that ball down for the champions and start delivering some of those in the chest of the wide receivers.
I think you mentioned jitters. Amped up is another way to look at that. They run it. That's a sweep right, and Red Mountain's going to be there to suffocate the play. Tyrell Carruthers, the ball carrier, and he ran into Francisco Saucedo. So Saucy right there, first one to put a hit on the ball carrier, Tyrell Carruthers.
Great job that time by Saucedo, getting off the block. Violent hands up front for Francisco Saucedo, and it's going to carry him very far here. We'll see what Red Mountain can do. Third and long now coming for Cesar Chavez.
He should be credited with a TFL on that one. So a loss of 2, maybe 3. Arns from the pocket throws, and it's incomplete. Thrown behind the play. Anthony Giraldi there defensively. I think he was trying to thread the needle to Blitzky going down the seam. And a running back running that pass pattern outside the backfield there. And there was nobody home, James.
Yeah, Anthony Giraldi did a great job that time sitting down in the soft zone there, 2-deep zone that time on for Red Mountain. And a great defensive play once again for the Mountain Lions.
So it appears to be a punting situation. I think the linesman side chain gang has got things in track now. Everybody seems to be in sync here. It only took us nearly half the first quarter to get that way. Lights starting to take effect here. Once again in punt formation, this is Camp. Long count for Camp. He'll pooch it again. This time he finally gets some leg into it. It's an angled punt, and it's going to be a punt that's going to be recorded inside the 20-yard line, and it's touchdown inside the 5, around the 3-yard line. Chavez special teams play. Number 11, George Poland. Poland had a sack and a pick last week in East Anchorage. Have you ever had caribou, James?
I've never had caribou before, Cap.
The champions were in East Anchorage, as we talked about last week. They toured the gorgeous countryside that is Alaska and Anchorage area, and they went to a couple different zoos and whatnot, and they ate some of the delicacy there in Anchorage, and it's caribou. So the fellas enjoyed a little caribou at a restaurant. All right, back to the ground game. This is Ty McElroy, makes a man miss, spins out of another tackle, and he's going to surge ahead for about a 7-yard gain. Nice job of running there, and you have to like the fancy footwork there by number 23, Ty McElroy, as he found that hole.
Yeah, great bit of patience there as well from Ty McElroy. You mentioned Le'Veon Bell last week from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Very similar running style. Good player. Yeah, he is a great player. And Ty McElroy models his game after Le'Veon Bell.
This is the deuce formation. 2 tights right there, and you had 2 fullbacks back there, including Alexander Randall and Brandon Fauble. The carry went to Ty McElroy. Short yardage for T-Mac, picked up 1, maybe a yard and a half. If they give them a favorable spot, it'll be a 2-yard gain. That'll bring up a 3rd and a long 1 here for Red Mountain. Way back inside the champions' territory. Ball spotted just outside the 11-yard line. And as we mentioned, please tweet us and let us know. You have the sound, you have the audio, you have the pictures. Nice stutter step there by Ty McElroy, and he accelerates into that 2nd level. He's got the 1st down and a couple yards after that. Nice job there by T-Mac, and it was the yards after contact right there, JP, that was impressive for T-Mac. Tough run.
Yeah, big head of steam that time for Ty McElroy. Credit to the offensive line on the left side there, left guard Charlie Ola, as well as the center Costa Cooley getting a great push up front and allowing Ty McElroy to hit the hole hard and pick up that 1st down for Red Mountain.
Gain of 6 for T-Mac. When you can bust off 5+ yards in an attempt, that's impressive. Darren Smith in the pistol formation this time. They run it to T-Mac, and T-Mac's going to go off tackle to the right side. A power run of about 4 yards, and he'll be knocked down right there. Again, a nice job there. Francisco Saucedo this time paving the way right next to his buddy Costin Cooley. And now Red Mountain wants to pick up the tempo just a little bit. Josh Garcia with that tackle there for Chavez. Quick snap for Darren Smith. Now we have a stop of the action, and perhaps Red Mountain took the timeout, and it appears that they did, James. 4:40 to go, opening quarter from Cesar Chavez High School. Kevin Derryberry alongside James Bowie on the Red Mountain Football Broadcast Network. And there's a lot of great games around town tonight, none bigger than Mount Point and Pinnacle. And when you think about Mount Point, first-year coach in Rich Wellbrock. Of course, he coached at Basha the year before. He coached at Desert Edge and won jewelry at Desert Edge. But Rich Wellbrock took over for Norris Vaughn at Mount Point, inherited a crop of athletes. Rashi Hodge's little brother, one of those guys. Nick Walsh, that's their quarterback. But 9 coaches from Chaparral, including the defensive coordinator, left to go coach at Mount Point. 9 coaches from Chap are now coaching at Mount Point. So when you look at Conrad Hamilton, the defensive coordinator, and the challenges that he has, he's tested tonight. He wants to slow down and stop Spencer Rattler. Is there such a thing, James?
Well, it's going to be tough to slow down the young legend out there, and it is a home game for Pinnacle, so we'll check on that, see if we can get a result on that for you here later in the broadcast.
Back to live action, quick snap. They keep it on the ground, and this time Chavez gets some penetration at the point of attack. And it looked like number 44 came in there. Antoine Winfield there made a big-time tackle. Antoine played his high school football in Chicago a season ago. First-year player here in Levine this campaign.
You mentioned Red Mountain trying to pick up the pace here a little bit. They want to try to run a little bit of no huddle if they can. trying to wear out some of the Cesar Chavez defense, get those hands on hips.
One-on-one coverage here. In the shotgun, it's Darren Smith. See if he looks to go to the outside. He's looking that way. Wants to go for Rivera, and Rivera ran a 9 route. He just kept moving. Underneath was Zach Molina, and Molina unable to run under that pass. Little floater there for Darren Smith. And unfortunately here, another penalty thrown on the field as you see lightning way off into the distance here, into the eastern part of the state. Seeing some lightning here as we bring you this ball game high atop Cesar Chavez High School. What a gorgeous move.
Yeah, beautiful view here from the broadcast booth, if you will. Outside here, a nice night. It's not too bad. It's hot, it's humid, but it's been worse already this season. And we're going to enjoy this one from high atop Cesar Chavez High School. Zach Molina running a drag route that time. Not sure if Darren Smith was trying to hit him or trying to hit the streaking Ramses Rivera going down the sideline on that one.
If we asked Darren Smith, he'd probably tell us he was going for the underneath pattern there. All timing for Zach Molina. So Red Mountain will take advantage of the infraction. And now, again, the flow is disrupted here. It's still on this opening quarter. 3:53 to go, and now J.R. Alcantara will take a timeout. Chavez playing in their home purple uniforms. They're wearing all purple with white numbers, and we're thankful of those white numbers. And quick point back to the press box here at Cesar Chavez. It's not the Parker and Sons press box at Red Mountain High School, but you're just thinking cool thoughts right there for all of your heating and cooling needs. Parker and Sons has you covered, and I guarantee there'll be no Melvins on your job. We're not sure if you're, well, this is good photography because our cameramen are actually taking a shot at the moon, which means they're listening to this broadcast. So James, things are working. They might be bitmapped and slow and the resolution might be poor, but as long as you can hear myself and James, we'll do our best to describe the action. It's all good here.
Yeah, we will try to paint the picture, if you will, for you out there in the viewing audience. And I hope you're enjoying the broadcast wherever you're tuning in. We're glad to be able to bring it to you here from South Phoenix, very near South Mountain, with a gorgeous view up into the sky here this evening.
I can tell you this, James, I won't be having my post-game meal here in Levine. I'm sure there's some great dining out here, but we'll be moving on when this game's over.
We'll be heading to Canes.
From the gun, it is going to be Smith on the handoff to the sweeping Georgie Ramirez. Gets around the corner, has a nice run of about 5-6 yards there, and Georgie Ramirez running that jet sweep, if you will, with a little speed to the edge.
Yeah, had a great bit of speed there, but credit to number 8, Josh Garcia, coming up in run support that time and submarining that play and stopping the running back in his tracks for Cesar Chavez.
Nice open field tackle for Garcia. 2nd and 5 from the 39-yard line of Cesar Chavez. They are showing blitz. Smith in the shotgun. Low snap, he fumbles it, picks it back up, throws. He was hit as he lets it go, and he is going to fall incomplete on the far sideline. Going for Ramses Rivera. Rivera made his debut last week, caught 3 balls for 93 yards, and none more sweeter than that 76-yard touchdown reception. And get this, it was a great play, and it was a scoring play, but there's room for improvement on that pass play as Darren Smith just left a little bit to be desired on that throw. Threw it just a little bit underneath there, but hey, credit Ramses Rivera for fighting for the football and then wrestling it loose and then taking it to the house. Big time play.
Yeah, that was a heck of a play last week for Ramses Rivera.
3rd and 5 out of the gun. It's Smith looking left all the way, fires, and the ball is going to be intercepted on the far sideline. What a spectacular catch by Chavez, number 11, George Poland, his 2nd interception in as many weeks. And that time, Smith threw a rocket to the far sideline, trying to, once again, thread a pass into Rivera. And you have to credit the defender. The ball skills, he read that play and he picked it off. Credit the defense that time.
Yeah, George Poland, excellent play that time, getting that ball picked off. He read the quarterback's eyes the whole way, and he was critical on the play before that on defense as well, using that sideline for forcing incompletion.
To the air on this possession, it's going to be Arns, and this time on a deep out pattern. Ball will run out of air. Georgie Ramirez, he's there head hunting defensively out of that safety spot, and the sophomore continues to dazzle dazzle, whether it be in run coverage, run defense, or in pass coverage that time right there. Great play.
Yeah, Georgia Ramirez, freshman All-American last year for Red Mountain.
Going from Mackey that time. They spread it out, 4 wide receiver package. This time they run it underneath, and they go to the first man through, carrying the ball this time for the champions, number 5, Tyrell Carruthers. And who was there to make that tackle? Isaac Thompson. Why it's important to mention Isaac Thompson? We always pick our impact players in the game for the offense. Sure, I can say Ty McAvoy. That's who I picked last week. I went with Ramsey Rivera. On defense, I've got George Ramirez and Isaac Thompson. And pressure from the backside comes from Francis Kumi. And as he throws the football, he was decked to the ground, was Arns. Penalty marker down, but you have to credit the hustle and the backside pressure from 80. He's got a motor.
Yeah, he does. He's fit quick with his hands up front, gets off a block in a hurry, and he's able to sprint down the line of scrimmage with a great burst of speed and make a play for the Red Mountain defense.
So it was Isaac Thompson, my impact player of the game. Once again, slow developing there at the line of scrimmage as they mark off another 5 yards assessed to Red Mountain. In fact, make it 10 this time. And with that infraction, that will allow Cesar Chavez to move the sticks, so it'll be a first down for them. Still remain in this sluggish opening quarter here out in Levine. And if you wanted to get a shot on the moon, the cloud coverage has moved on. A very still but slight breeze here. Still right near 100 degrees just below South Mountain. On the other side of South Mountain, James, is Ahwatukee and Desert Vista High School. So really, if you're thinking about it, just a kite fly away or a stone's throw away is another high school, and it's literally on the other side of this mountain.
Well, if we had Uncle Rico out here tonight, he could throw it, maybe land it at the midfield point, Desert Vista there, but...
a little Napoleon Dynamite reference right there. Orange back to throw, dumps off into the flat, and making a move was Carruthers, and Carruthers will be very close to the line to gain, right up the middle with it, and he made a move on Anthony Giraldi. So Tyrell Carruthers with that reception out in the flat. Good pressure up front, but Orange shows you his ability to make plays. He's very athletic, shows a little bit of poise right there, and just showed you that he was cool in the pocket and dumped that one off there.
Yeah, able to keep us cool. He felt the pressure coming from the edge, able to step up in the pocket, deliver the football on time, and a great play there for Carruthers in the open field, able to dodge a tackler and get some great yardage for the champions.
So the ball will be spotted on the 6-yard line. Once again, all kinds of chaos with this chain gang and referee team. Not sure why they got the tack on 5 there, but they did. First and goal to go from the 6-yard line, moving right to left. And now Manny Alcantar is almost on the 20-yard line, and he wants to stop and play. Another timeout taken by Chavez. That's their second timeout taken in just this first quarter. In fact, Red Mountain's taken a timeout.
This might be the most non-rhythmic game we've done yet, Kevin. I think we had 2 plays a minute ago where there wasn't a penalty flag. Other than that, every play, there's been some sort of issue.
There was a lot more rhythm last night at the Octune Pavilion. I can tell you that much. Darius Rucker in town with Lady Antebellum. Good show. Good show. We're scoreless here. We want to thank some of our game sponsors, Parker & Sons.
Make sure to listen to the Lions Den podcast with head coach Mike Peterson every Wednesday. Show host Kevin Derryberry enjoys conversation with Coach Peterson about tonight's game against Cesar Chavez, Chalk Talk, the varsity player of the week, and a preview of next week's opponent. The Perry Pumas will be out in Gilbert for that one. The Lions Den podcast comes at you every Wednesday.
All right, check out the coverage one-on-one here to the near side. It's Jesus Vasquez against Tyreek Blue. Blitzky's the tailback. A tight end and a wide receiver to the far side. 2 backs in the backfield here for Lucas Orange, and if you're wondering what the delay in the action is, Mike Peterson standing on the 20-yard line talking to the referee and the linesman. I'm not sure what the conversation's about, but wouldn't you like to be a fly on the wall in that room right there?
I think I can see one of the veins in Coach P's head about to pop out here currently. He's got to be frustrated with this constant interruption in play here tonight. The football team has got to be able to establish a rhythm, not only on offense, but some kind of defensive rhythm. And the officiating crew here tonight has not allowed it to happen thus far.
In terms of description, as far as the flow, it's really a trickle at this point as we see paramedics arrive on the scene here at Levine High School. They give it to Blitzky, tries to get to the outside, to the 10, the 5, and he's going to be drilled at the goal line, fumbles the football, and they're going to say the ball was marked down at the goal line, penalty marker behind the play, and another quick snap right there. We're looking at Mike Peterson on the field. Next thing that you see as they literally, this guy right here was the guy. Jesus Vasquez was there taking on Blitzky. Andrew Blitzky is a load. And when you look at Andrew Blitzky, you look at the body type this young man has, 6'1", 205. Outside linebacker, all region. A talented runner, all region. Two-way player, Andrew Blitzky, and with a name like that, he took on Jesus Vasquez, and Vasquez might have gotten wrecked right there, but he's saved the touchdown.
Yeah, he did. He did not back down at all from that play that time. Jesus Vasquez, excellent job. Actually popped the helmet off of Blitzky as he approached the goal line there and denied him from entering the end zone. Excellent play there from Jesus Vasquez.
Another long pause as the umpire spots the football as they pick up the penalty flag. It'll be a second and goal from the 1-yard line. For my money, they're going to probably go right back to Blitzky. However, Blitzky's not on the field for this play. So back in the backfield for Chavez is Winfield and Tyrell Carruthers. Lucas Orange, the junior quarterback, will take this ball under center. Two wide receivers to the right side, Tyreek Blue to the left. They give it to the second man through. That's number 44. That is Antoine Winfield, and he's going to be denied at the goal line. And right there is Costin Cooley, first man through to blow up that play.
Yeah, nice job that time, hanging on for dear life, Costin Cooley, but able to stop the ball carrier just before he enters the end zone and force a second down here for the champions.
They are literally a nose away from breaking the point of the goal line. My guess it'll be the quarterback on a sneak here. Blitzky's back in. He gets the carry. He's bumped on the play, and he's going to surge into the end zone for a touchdown. Andrew Blitzky with his 4th rushing touchdown of this young season, and Chavez breaks on top first.
Yeah, nice job that time from Andrew Blitzky, able to power that football into the end zone after a couple of bits of contact there right before the goal line. But nonetheless, Cesar Chavez draws first blood here in this one as we are finally late into the first quarter.
I gotta say, as a professional PA announcer or someone that aspires to be one, whatever they got going on in the barn here is not entertaining for anybody. I don't care what arena of life you're in. That is atrocious. Good snap, good hold. The left-handed place kick is up, and it is good. 1:06 remaining in this opening quarter. That's right, we are still in the first quarter. Our score, Chavez 7 and Red Mountain 0. Ramses Rivera back deep to take this kickoff. It looks like Shaq Daniels is back there on kick coverage. The place kicker is on for Chavez. That's Alfredo Martinez. He's a sophomore. 7-0 in champions. They lead it with $1.06 remaining in this first quarter. And here is the kick. A little pooch kick. Bobble in the area, and the kick is going to go out of bounds. That will be a procedure penalty. And it was indeed Shaq Daniels back here on the return team. Number 5. Chris Andriatis barking out the play here from high atop. Engine number 58 here in Levine is on campus to support their local football team. And really it's been a kind of a awful first quarter here as far as style of play. Red Mountain trailing by 7. They never trailed at all last week against Desert Ridge. In fact, they came within 18 seconds of shutting out Desert Ridge. And Desert Ridge lost their quarterback Cooper Schmidt, lost a couple other guys. And when you look at Desert Ridge, they think they take on Westview tonight. That's the team that eliminated a year ago. And they got a real tough football game next week as well. So Darren Smith trailing by 7 will start this series in the shotgun formation. Back to throw, looking left. He completes the pass to Zach Molina. He makes a move, sheds a tackle into open space. Here comes Zach Molina looking for a block, cuts across the field, and he's from the 40 down to the 35-yard line, or marking around the 31-yard line of Cesar Chavez, and that's the longest play from scrimmage tonight for Darren Smith to Zach Molina, 1st and 10 Mountain Lions.
That was outstanding that time. Able to deliver the ball on time was Darren Smith to Zach Molina. Made a great play in open field and got a huge chunk of yardage for Red Mountain. Got them down to the 31-yard line here. They are in business. Let's see what they can keep this going. And that's got to give them a great bit of confidence here, being down 7-0 as we approach the waning moments of the first quarter.
Unofficially, a gain of 38 yards. Darren Smith to Zach Molina. Shea Givery picks up the open field tackle. 7-0. Under center, it's Darren Smith. Play fake, looking left, going for the home run ball, looking for Rivera. He leaps, and the ball is going to be batted down in the far side, right at the goal line. I beg your pardon, that was Carter Wheat running down the sideline there. It looked like Carter Wheat lined up on the outside and went one-on-one with the defender, and George Poland has some outstanding pass coverage skills.
Yeah, he's been in great position all night, has George Poland for Cesar Chavez. And he's one of the big reasons why Red Mountain has only gotten a couple of big plays, if you will, off tonight, because the coverage on the back end for Cesar Chavez has been outstanding.
You have to double check the positioning on the field, but playing on the outside, how about Carter Wheat running a 9 route right there and had a chance at it. 2nd and 10. Smith again under center on the play fake. Here comes the blitz, and they're going to get the quarterback. Boy, that was a big time play right there. On that edge rush, I believe number 2 got there, and we don't have his number. In the area also was number 16, and of course we don't have his number either. But either way, we're surprised that they don't have all of their players listed here, and that really goes for a good time for us to say. As someone that covers football as part of the media at certain times, but just covers football weekly for Red Mountain, we go to Max Preps as a tool, and the tool is really there for us to be able to bring to you the most information that we can. So if you're a coach listening, or you're in the football game and you know anything about Max Preps, we encourage you to get to Max Preps, find your best data entry person, and get that information keyed in correctly. We're talking about pronunciation, and just the simple fact of having the right name and number means the world to a player when they're on it. They have a chance to hear their name broadcast like this, and there's no numbers or no information. It's a disappointment. It's a disappointment for us because we can't reveal the information to you, and then we just don't have access to it here, especially in a press box like this. So, James, your thoughts on that whole thing? I just like to see and have more information at our fingertips so we can not only have a better broadcast, but more of an informative broadcast.
Well, yes. If we have the information, we're able to disseminate it properly, and really it's all about the kids, and we love being able to broadcast for them and highlight their attributes and their athletic accomplishments here during the game tonight. But if we don't have the information, we can't do it. So get in there, get the stats, and get them entered. That really helps us out, and ultimately it helps the kids out.
After all that, we have played one quarter here in Levine. It's 7-0. Second quarter coming up here. Red Mountain with the football, now working right to left. 2nd and 16 after that big sack play there. Blitz coming again from the outside. Smith gets rid of it. Complete in stride to Ramsey Rivera. Breaks to the outside. Turns the corner. 20, 10, 5. Goodbye. Touchdown. Red Mountain. 37 yards to pay dirt. Darren Smith to Ramses Rivera on the crossing route, and he does the rest with that foot speed.
What an excellent job that time. First of all, Darren Smith had pressure coming from the backside, able to stand in there tall, not waver one bit, delivered the ball on time on the crossing route to Ramses Rivera, and the rest is history. He turned on the afterburners after he got to the corner there, and no one was catching him that time.
We mentioned it last week, the best 40 time in the program, wheels. A true burner, Ramses Rivera, a.k.a. the Rocket. Another demo right there. Extra point pending. Good snap, good hold, and the 1-point conversion attempt is right down the middle. And it starts with Titus Pulliam with a great snap, and Connor Gardner with another fantastic kick for that young man.
Yeah, Gardner has been money for Red Mountain this season so far, doing a great job, and that's what you want from your kicker is consistency.
11:49 to go till halftime. 7-7 our score, and it appears that engine 58 is here, and they've got the gurney off the ambulance, and so unfortunately for us, we are on the wrong sideline. So thoughts, prayers, and concerns for anybody on that Red Mountain sidelines there that might need any medical attention. If we learn anything more about it, we will pass it along, but somebody on the Red Mountain sideline is indeed receiving some medical attention here. A frozen rope from Darren Smith to Ramses Rivera, and with the extra point, we were knotted here at 7, and that was quick strike, and that's something that Darren Smith brings to the table for this Red Mountain offense, is he's got quick strike, big play ability, and when you look at these wide receivers, and we're still playing without Deontay Elliott and Marcus Brown, when you get those two guys in the mix, 2 more key ingredients, watch out 6A conference.
Yeah, they're going to only get rolling more and more, especially as they acquire those players and they come in and get a feel for the system.
Connor Gardner swings that right leg through from the 40-yard line, and in grand soccer style he does, drills it, and it goes right past Tyreek Blue there and goes into the end zone. So by rule, the ball will be placed on the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, champions. And we're tied at 7.
Red Mountain able to get it going on that last offensive drive there. Quick strike from Darren Smith to Ramses Rocket Rivera coming across on the crossing route. And boy, he just eluded the defenders and took off.
Made a move at midfield and turned the corner. All right, here we go. It's Orange on a play fake. He's going to keep the football, and he'll go right up the middle, trying to run behind his left guard, and he was stuffed right there. Looked like Francis Cooney somehow got involved in that play. And perhaps Alexander Randall there in that run stuffing opportunity. So it was a no gain for Chavez. Pistol formation this time for Orange. 4 wide receiver package. They give it to Blitzky. He makes the first man miss. He goes right up the middle into the secondary. Here comes Andrew Blitzky to the 50, and he'll be forced out of bounds on the far sideline there by Georgia Ramirez, but not before Blitzky busts off about 35 yards unofficially, and that is a big-time run, and he made the first man miss in that backfield, and Blitzky showed you that he was a little nimble on his feet right there.
Yeah, the front 4 for Red Mountain, or excuse me, the front 3 actually, that time as they switched into a 3-4 look. They got in there in a hurry into that backfield, but he was not phased whatsoever. Made a nice sidestep, and it took off to the races that time for Cesar Chavez.
And hustling on that backside was Jordan Ramirez, perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle for double deuces, as Orange just about had Red Mountain on that hard count. Now Blitzky will give way as Carruthers will come in and spell him. Clock running, 7-7 tie, second quarter. Low snap for Orange. Penalty marker thrown. Going deep for the home run ball again. Ball's caught, and it'll be caught at the 10-yard line, and it'll be out of bounds. Vasquez in coverage, and on the receiving end of that one is Jaleel Walker. Walker, look at that body type, 6'2", 164, and lo and behold, James, he caught that one over his shoulder, and it looked like Orange and Jaleel Walker look like they've been doing that their whole career.
Yeah, that was a great connection that time. Able to lay that one in right before he got to the sideline. And Walker able to drag his toes really quickly and get the completion for Cesar Chavez. They're in business here, deep in Red Mountain territory.
Gain of 32 yards. Orange to Jaleel Walker. Jaleel Walker. The lighting here at Chavez is very porous, particularly in the south end of the stadium. It's just about dark, James. In fact, that whole light pole is out. And the light pole in the northern part of the stadium is out as well.
PA microphone might be shorting out that south end zone light fixture there, Kevin.
If we could just unplug that, we'd all be doing good. First and goal from the 10. Orange to the air. He throws, and it will be off the hands of the intended target. Once again, that was Jaleel Walker. Walker had that one right in the breadbasket. Couldn't haul that one in. Perhaps a little too hot on that throw.
Yeah, might have been a little bit too much on that one. Able to just had to soften his hands up on that one a little bit, bring it in. We'll see if he can do it again here on the next one.
So not only am I disappointed about the sound system here, but the lighting here is not much better. Orange takes that shot, cuts down, gives it to Blitzky. Blitzky is going to be stuffed in the backfield. Making the play defensively there is the baby thumper, Braden Jansen, making that tackle, and his teammates came up and some great support right there.
Textbook tackle there from Jansen, able to throw at the legs of the running back, wrap up and hold on, drove him to the ground, twist those legs, and get him on the ground. Nice job there for Braden Jansen.
Jansen now that will backer spot. There goes the wide receiver in motion. Orange looking left, pass time. Here comes the pressure. He's going to keep it running. Penalty marker down, and he's going to be hammered in the middle of the field by Anthony Giraldi. Giraldi lit up the quarterback Orange around the 5-yard line, and there was a flag thrown on that play, but I'll tell you what, Lucas Orange paid the price for that one. He took a lick from Giraldi.
Yeah, he did take a shot, and the reason that penalty flag was thrown is because number 90, Alexander Randall, was coming in hot from his end position, and that left tackle had to put the hold on him, and that drew the flag for Cesar Chavez, and it's going to back them up here on 4th down.
One of the rare times he'll go ISO on 90, AR Alexander Randall, and you can see on that particular play, he was hung for the quarterback. This time, there was no double team on him. There was no triple team. It was just Alexander Randall and the left tackle, and that means advantage Alexander Randall and Red Mountain.
Yeah, Randall was running the hoop on that one, had great body lean going, and forced that left tackle to commit the holding penalty.
Andrew Blitzky and his 1,183 yards rushing from a year ago. Back on the field, he's flanked to the right of Lucas Orange. Orange with a message to Blitzky. Orange back to throw. Steps up in the pocket, fires over the middle, and he delivers a strike. But Braden Jansen right there got that left hand in there and deflected that pass. And that was an absolute BB of a throw. Once again, going for the wide receiver, Jaleel Walker. And I'll tell you what, James, these receivers, they look the part.
Yeah, they do. They got the great body. As you mentioned, need to soften up their hands a little bit, but Braden Jansen there playing the middle thirds that time for the Red Mountain defense. Excellent job just sitting down there in the zone and breaking up that pass.
The Will backer in pass defense right there, impressive right there. It'll be 4th and a country mile, so it's 4th and goal from the 27-yard line. Empty set for Orange, back to throw. Has time, steps up, and now he's going to be sacked. The quarterback is going to be sacked. Carter Wheat was there, as well as Jacob Griffin right there to put a pop on the quarterback right there, and that'll be a change of possession. Red Mountain's going to get the football right back, and now there's some extracurricular activity, a little yapping right there from Lucas Orange, and that's going to cost his team 15 yards as he gets hammered from his coaching staff. He pops up the helmet on the top of that head, and he bends over here and discuss from what just happened. But James right there, that was a costly mistake in the mental category for Cesar Chavez.
Yeah, Orange was frustrated on that one. He got walloped there in the backfield by the Red Mountain defense. 3 guys hit him right in the mouth, and he wasn't a fan of it whatsoever. You can't blame him, but great job that time from Red Mountain. Getting that edge pressure once again from Randall and Coomey, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with for Red Mountain in the 6A conference.
Andy's defense has stiffened here on that drive. 9:41 to go. Red Mountain gets the football right back. Hot offense, what are you going to do? Game, take another shot. Carter Wheat lined up at tight end. I formation. It's Brandon Fobble, the fullback. T-Mac is in the backfield. Smith wants to change the play at the line of scrimmage. He does just that. And Chavez showing blitz once again. Here they come. They give the ball to Jarquell Garner. Garner into that secondary, slips a tackle, and he's out across the 40-yard line to the 35-yard line, and he's bumped off the play right there. Another great call by Darren Smith, changing the play at the line of scrimmage, and then Jarquell Garner right up the gut with a big-time run. Gain of 15 yards for Garner. Penalty marker down, and James Ruby is giving me the signs that Chris Andriotis right there with a heads-up coaching decision.
Yeah, Chris Andriotis, the offensive coordinator for Red Mountain. Excellent play call there. And credit as well to Darren Smith seeing that blitz coming. Cesar Chavez showing that blitz coming up the B gap that time. Had the excellent play call there, but able to block that guy down inside. And Jarquell Garner right up the open hole for a nice gain for Red Mountain.
Excellent job by that offensive line. One of our keys is it starts up front. It's known for every football team. You win a lot of games and you lose a lot of games by what happens up front. And for this Red Mountain football team, this is an offense led by Coach Diedrich that is just finding their way, and they're only going to get better as we move along. So they'll take the penalty on that play. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard. Darren Smith under center. Go right back to the ground on a play fake. They're trying to lob it up for Carter Smith. Excuse me. Boy, let's find out who that was. All kinds of crazy things happen on that one here. The intended target was indeed Carter Wheat, and Jarquell Garner remains in the ball game. So anytime you see Jarquell in back-to-back carries, you just wonder where T-Mac is, and Georgie Ramirez now is on the field. So Ty McElroy hasn't carried the ball in the second quarter. So we'll keep an eye on that as they continue to try to throw the ball downfield to Carter Wheat, the BYU commit. So 2nd and 10 from the 25-yard line. Again, it's Darren Smith. Wants to change the play. Chavez will show blitz, time in and time out. Here they come from the pocket, and the ball is intended for Lorenzo Bowers. And that was a nice ball by Darren Smith. That ball should have been caught by Lobo, but right there defensively with the coverage was Antavion Warner, and that ball's got to be caught.
Yeah, credit to Smith on that one. Delivered it. He knew he was going to get pressure up the middle. Had to get rid of it in a hurry, and that one's got to be hauled in there by Lobo. He'll get the next one, but he's got to get that one next time too.
Darren Smith is savvy in the pocket, but he's got a quick release, and he throws a really solid ball. So it'll be 3rd and 10 from the Chavez 25-yard line. Smith with a hard count, low snap from the pocket, steps up, throws, and the ball is in and out of the hands of the target. That ball's got to be caught by Carter Wheat, and that ball was dropped. It would have been good for a 1st down. So Darren Smith delivered a strike, and unfortunately, the wide receivers and the tight end in this case, a little case of the dropsies.
Yeah, they can't drop that football, especially after the effort there once again from Darren Smith. Had pressure coming around his back, able to climb the pocket, get up in there, and deliver the football. The receiver has got to haul that one in. He had a defender on his back. I'll give him that, but Carter Wheat, he's a big guy, had no chance. He had to get that football.
Kalem Reese-Peebles lines up to the far side. Lorenzo Bowers to the near side. Out of the gun, it's Darren Smith. Wants to go up top. He throws. The ball is behind Lorenzo Bowers, and he's going to draw a penalty marker, and deservedly so. That's a big target, Lorenzo Bowers. So for Lobo, Lobo's a big boy. He's 6'3", a buck 87, and the defensive assignment for Antavion Warner is about 5'10", 165, and that means advantage Lobo. And that time Darren Smith saw the coverage and went that direction, and he did draw an infraction.
Yeah, he did force the football in there and made the defender climb the back that time of Lorenzo Bowers, and commit the penalty on him. And once again, a heady play there for Darren Smith.
9:08 remaining, 2nd quarter. No line, folks. 7-7 tie. Right to left, it's Red Mountain on a hard count. This is Smith out in the flat. Ball's caught by Moline at the 10. Makes a move to 5, slips a tackle, still on his feet, and it's going to be dragged down from behind around the 3-yard line. Another nifty move there by Zach Molina. And if you want an NFL type or college type on Zach Molina, I'll just give you one in the National Football League. I'll give you Wes Welker, and I'll give you Julian Edelman. That's what Zach Moline is doing right now with football.
Yeah, I can see that, definitely.
The pitch to Garner on the student body right, and he's going to walk into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard run to pay dirt for Jarquell Garner. Pay dirt pops, touchdown, Mountain Lions.
Yeah, nice job, Jarquell Garner. You mentioned the starting running back, Ty McElroy, has been out of this game since the first quarter, but Jarquell Garner has come in and filled his shoes quite nicely, and a nice touchdown run there for Red Mountain.
For Jarquell Garner, his first touchdown of the year, and that right side of the offensive line, Francisco Saucedo and Jacob Griffin on the blowout made it easy. A huge hole for Jarquell Garner, touchdown Red Mountain, and with this extra point, they have extended their lead to 14-7, 8:47 remaining. In this first half, our score, Mountain Lions 14, and the champions from Cesar Chavez 7. Back after this brief timeout. Injury update on Ty McElroy. He's got a bad elbow. Return questionable. So we'll keep an eye on that. But Jarquell Garner really looked good on that drive, James.
He did. Hit the ball, and it all starts up front, Kevin. The offensive line knows that McElroy is out, and they've got to pick up the load, and they've been done so here tonight and paved the way for Garner to have a great second quarter here so far in Laveen.
Jarquell Garner with a big touchdown run for the Red Mountain Lions. As you hear AC/DC in the background, that's not the only thing legit we've heard tonight. 14-7 our score. This will be Connor Gardner. The soccer-style kicker has it teed up on the 40-yard line. This is a pooch kick, and it's an onside opportunity for Red Mountain, and collecting the ball on the far sideline just in the nick of time was James Mackey. And you love the play that special teams unit put on right there.
Yeah, great job that time, and nice job putting a little top spin on that one for the kicker for Red Mountain. And they're going to put Cesar Chavez here in not great field position to start this drive, down 14-7 with 8:46 remaining here in the first half.
One other note on Jarquell Garner, that was his second varsity touchdown. He scored against Hamilton last season. So touchdown number 2 for number 45, Jarquell Garner. This is orange to the air, and the pass thrown behind his intended target, Isaac Thompson, in the area. He was in pass coverage as the pass went to Davion Camp. So Coach Enders has dialed up the pass rush just a little bit, and Lucas Orange is falling in some trouble here as the student body scurries out of the stands here, and you wonder what the heck's going on here.
There's a fight in the parking lot, or not sure what's going on.
2nd and 10 from the 23-yard line. Andrew Blitzky right next to Lucas Orange, and there goes Winfield. They give it to Blitzky, makes the first guy miss, bullies over another one, gets to the outside, and nice job there by Shaq Daniels on the force out. You look at the positioning of Shaq Daniels, and he just stood the ball carrier up and ran him out. Nice physical play by your boundary corner, and we did see a late penalty marker come in there, and you got to figure this kid Blitzky likes to talk just a little bit, as do a lot of players, but perhaps Blitzky now said a little something too much on that far sideline there.
Yeah, there was right there, and Blitzky unfortunately running his mouth on the sideline with Red Mountain over there, and the referees had something to say about it as well. But you mentioned Shaq Daniels coming up in run support there from his secondary position. Excellent job keeping his shoulders square to the line of scrimmage and forcing that ball carrier out on the sideline.
You hear the term, keep your wits about you, keep you cool. In this game, a macho game, a physical brand of football like we're seeing here tonight, you got to keep your cool, James. And Andrew Blitzky didn't keep his cool that time. Lucas Orange on the previous play right there. And quite frankly, you can make a case some of the challenges now that are being displayed by the champions are those internal challenges, just not being heady.
Yeah, you got to be heady, especially when you're down 14-7 here in a slow-paced ball game like it's been this evening.
So they'll push it back. It'll be a country mile. 3rd and 21 yards for Arns. Out of the gun, hooks left, pump fakes, and he's going to be nearly stacked. Spins out of a tackle, throws, and he makes the completion right near the yard marker to gain. Giraldi was there on pass coverage, and they might get Giraldi for a shot to the head. We'll see. But making a nice reception was Davion Camp. Camp very close to the first down marker, but on a play that was 3rd and 21, they got big yardage out of that play. We look at our Hertz rental car replay here, and it didn't necessarily look like Anthony Giraldi got his money's worth for that job right there.
Yeah, he got called on that penalty, but I tell you what, he delivered a shot up under the chin of the quarterback, and he got the personal foul on it, but I don't know, he might have. He laid a wallop on him, let me tell you.
There's also some thought that he knocked out Cooper Schmidt last week. Still can't confirm that, but the physicality that 12 brings, AG, Anthony Giraldi, one tough hombre. So 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalty, tack it on to the pass play. That means the champions have the rock 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line. Arns back to throw, dumps it off out of the flat as a receiver. It's the running back, tries to slip a tackle. He'll be tackled there by Shaq Daniels. So Shaq Daniels, he's playing a little roughhouse football here tonight on that reception to Carruthers.
Yeah, Shaq Daniels come up and made a number of nice plays here late in the first half, doing a great job of coming up in run support for that Red Mountain defense.
2nd and 6 from the 45-yard line. They go up the middle. This is Carruthers. Little shake and bake up the middle, and they'll just lunge forward, falling forward for 1st down yardage. Gave it about 8 yards right there before looked like Francisco Saucedo and perhaps double deuces. Georgie Ramirez out of that safety spot. Double deuces can play some football. Last year it was deuces. It was the hitman, Justin Coleman. This year it's double deuces. And wide open on the near sideline, making the reception was Davion Camp. Forced out there by Evan Alta, but not before Camp hauls in a pass, good for about 14 yards, and Cesar Chavez, by virtue of those extracurricular and unnecessary penalties, they're moving the football now, trailing 14-7.
Yeah, they've gotten a little bit of life in them here on this drive, able to dig themselves out of the hole they dug for themselves earlier in the drive, and they're marching the football down the field here on Red Mountain right now.
Tyreek Blue hasn't caught a pass in this second quarter. 2 wide receivers stacked to the left side, 2 to the near side here. The lone back is Carruthers. And Arns will fire a pass to Carruthers, makes a move, and he'll split the defenders, and then they come up and just gang tackle him. And I think Georgie Ramirez was the guy there to finish that play. There were a host, a trio of mountain line tacklers there, and to come up and to bowl them all over was double deuces. Georgie Ramirez, I told you the young man packs a punch.
A game of attrition, Kevin. That time, number 12, Anthony Giraldi just held him up, and Georgie just came in there and tattooed him that time. They are putting the licks on the champions here tonight in front of the home crowd.
Timeout taken on the field. We'll take the timeout with them. 6:57 remaining till halftime. Our score, Red Mountain 14, Cesar Chavez 7. You're watching Red Mountain Football on the Red Mountain Football Broadcast Network. 14-7, 6:57 to go. Second and 3 from the 26-yard line. To the air. On he throws. The ball's going to be intercepted. It's picked off by Ike Thompson. Ike Thompson with an interception at the 25-yard line, and Red Mountain gets the football right back.
What a nice job that time, Isaac Thompson. But I tell you, that defensive line for Red Mountain once again in the face of Orange, forcing that errant pass, which was ultimately grabbed out of the air by number 6, Isaac Thompson. And Red Mountain is going to be on the march again here with 6:52 remaining.
And pressure. Pressure from the backside. Randall, number 90. Alexander Randall. Hunk. And James, if you would, just remind our listeners who the impact players are for myself tonight.
We've got Ramses Rivera, Georgie Ramirez, who's made a number of plays, as has Ramses, Rocky Rivera, and Isaac Thompson just made that one right there.
Just wanted to point that out. Here comes Darren Smith from the 24-yard line. He throws outside. Ball is caught. A sliding reception made there by Zach Molina. That's the 4th catch of this first half by Molina. And working out of that slot position, boy, Zach is looking at the part. He is wiry, he's loose, and he's got that quicks. He's got those quicks that you can't teach that.
Yeah, he's really come on this season. He's very fast and working out in the offseason. Put on a little bit of weight and some muscle as well. And he's looking great out there for Red Mountain.
They're running left student body. Left, that is Jarquell Garner. And Garner running hard, picking him up and putting him down. And he's very close to the first down yard marker.
Yeah, nice carry in there for Garner. And I got to mention his pass protection as well. He slid in there and made a great block that time in pass protection and kept his quarterback upright.
It's a 9-yard run there for Jarquell Garner, lined up in the I formation. Brandon Ball was in front of him. Hard count there from Darren Smith, showing blitz once again on the champions. Andrew Blitzky is right there. Here he comes. They give it to Garner. Garner's got the first down, and he'll fall backwards for extra yardage right there. And one of the things on that play is number 44 comes off the field, limping just a little bit. That's Antoine Whitfield. But you see Blitzky, he is freelance now there, number 33 defensively, and he's trying to get the snap count there. So Smith will go right back to the ground. It's Garner running right side, and this time the champions are right there. They stiffen up, and unfortunately make it a little bit difficult for Garner that time. Those holes that were there the previous 3 carries, they closed up on that particular run.
Yeah, they played gap defense that time. Did Cesar Chavez were able to penetrate and get in the backfield very quickly and take care of business there with the defense. They're fired up now, and we'll see what Red Mountain's got for them here.
Approaching 5 minutes to go to halftime. Ramses Rivera lines up at the near side. Cullen Reese Peebles lined up in the slot.
Let me give credit to the officials here for the second quarter, letting these guys play football.
Okay. You say so. You want to give them the credit, we'll give them the credit. I got a tea time tomorrow morning, so hopefully we'll get out of here in grand time. 14-7 our score, 4:56 to go to halftime. James, what do we have coming up at halftime?
What do we have coming up at halftime, Kevin? We're always looking for a guest. It's not too late to get a guest up here.
Definitely not looking for a guest, and hopefully we can pass along some scores around the state, maybe some stats.
Smith back to throw under pressure, and it's off the fingertip of Ramses Rivera, and the pocket closed quickly. But Darren Smith, interesting to note that in the film grade out, Darren Smith had a situation last week where he sensed pressure that wasn't there, came out of the pocket there, threw an errant pass. That's one thing that happens in a football game. You can already see from one week to the next. Darren Smith was tiptoeing in that pocket with about 6 or 7 guys around him. He just threw a nice little ball, was unable to capitalize on the pass play, but he's got a lot of poise in the pocket, this Darren Smith. Takes the snap out of the gun, rolls to the right side, pump fakes, now he's going to run it, takes on all kind of tacklers, including Andrew Blitzky, and slow to get up was Darren Smith. And Andrew Blitzky showed a little Blitzky right there. This kid packs a punch.
Yes, he does. Blitzky coming up in run support that time for Cesar Chavez. But how about Darren Smith? He's not afraid to lower that shoulder either. He's a big guy, as you mentioned. And he will lay a lick if he has to. 205, 6'2", and not afraid to use his shoulder pads.
So Gardner will be summoned to punt. Back deep for Chavez, James Mackey. Here comes the rush. Blitzky got bumped off the play by Francis Comey. It's a short punt, and it takes a Chavez bounce. Special teams play made there by Isaac Thompson. Ball's going to be touched down at the 40-yard line, and on this change of possession, the champions from Cesar Chavez will get the football right back, trailing by 7 with 4:15 to go.
Yeah, if you're Cesar Chavez right here, you would love nothing more than to drive the football down, tie this one up, going into the locker room at halftime, and be able to make some adjustments coming out into the second half.
The champions from Cesar Chavez, they're 58-51 in the last decade. Manny Alcantara is the 4th head coach in the school's history as he took over for Jim Rattay back in 2016. And how about the legendary coach Jim Rattay? Orange from the pocket, throws over the middle, and it's going to be intercepted. It's picked off. The ball was tipped and intercepted by Red Mountain over the middle line. And I believe it's Anthony Giraldi with the interception. Right place, right time for AG. And of course, you always go back when you think about picks, and Anthony Giraldi, he picked Jacob Conover one time.
Yes, he did. Last season, that was an excellent interception, and this time as well. Nice job on the tip pass there. Giraldi always heads up, got his eyes focused in the backfield, and he saw that one coming in, scooped it in, and returned and got some yardage for it. Red Mountain is now in business, leading this one 14-7.
Yeah, Coach Ender's defense dialing up the pressure that time. This is a different quarterback right now. Lucas Orange was a really skilled pocket passer in the first quarter, and he looks like he's a deer in the headlights right now. Ball dumped out into the flat. This is caught by Georgie Ramirez. Breaks the tackle on the 30, up the sideline to the 20-yard line, knocked out of bounds right there. And Georgie Ramirez is a football player, folks. Catching that ball on his hip and then turning it upfield. That was a football move. And once again, Darren Smith, right location for that delivery of the football.
Excellent job that time. Smith delivering the ball on time to Ramirez. And Ramirez with a great route running skills there, able to tuck that ball, keep it high and tight, and get the completion.
They run it this time, and that might be Ty McElroy. Nope, it's double deuces. It's Georgie Ramirez, and Ramirez, lower the pads right there, delivers a shot at the end of that play. We talked about it before. We saw T-Mac do it last week, but finishing runs. These running backs, under new running back coach Mike Harris, Coach Harris out of Fresno State, a one-time Bulldog. These guys deliver blows when they run the football, JP.
Yeah, Georgie Ramirez listed at 5'10", 170 pounds. He's playing about 195 here tonight.
3 wide receiver package. They give it to Garner on the sweep right. Penalty marker comes in, and Andrew Blitzky comes in there behind the play, and he tried to strip the ball. Keep an eye out on number 33. When you're watching at home, folks, watch Blitzky. ISO on him just a little bit, because he is scheduled, and he is considered a middle linebacker. He's a good one at that, 82 tackles last year. But for Blitzky, he literally roams. He freelances defensively. He'll line up as a linebacker. He'll come out on an edge rush, and he's actually tried to guess the snap count several times this evening. So you have to keep an eye out on 33. But when you're aggressive like that, James, that means that you're susceptible to the plays over the top.
That's exactly right. And if he overdoes that play with the heads-up quarterback play of Darren Smith for Red Mountain, he's able to take advantage of that when he sees that blitz coming.
Player comes onto the field late. Smith out of the gun, back to throw, looking left, goes over the middle of the field, and a sliding grab attempt is nearly caught. Looking for Molina again around the 18-yard line. Pass play was broken up. It looked like Tyreek Blue was in that neighborhood. That's a great name, Tyreek Blue. Standout player.
Blue had great defensive position now. Molina that time, and he was unable to corral him.
A rare misconnect. I'll tell you what, the accuracy of Darren Smith, I don't know that we've even touched on it. It's pretty good. Big play here, 3rd and 20 from the 28-yard line. Possession play for Red Mountain. 3 wide receiver package. There goes Molina in motion. Changing position on the field is Georgie Ramirez. It's Darren Smith, a long count, back to throw. He slides out. He's throwing down the middle of the field, and the ball is going to be batted down and nearly caught by Lorenzo Bowers. And the pass was incomplete on the play. And I think really Red Mountain dodged the bullet right there. That ball could have been intercepted, probably should have been intercepted. In the defensive area, the coverage provided by Shea Guidry. So you had Guidry defensively there and didn't actually see who the target was. If it was Kalimri's people or not, but they're going to bring Connor Gardner on. Ball spotted on the 28-yard line. This will be a 45-yard attempt for Connor Gardner, standing at 5'6" tall if they choose to kick it. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is drilled end over end, right down the middle. 45-yard field goal for Connor Gardner, and that they now lead it 17-7 at the 2:42 mark. That was an impressive kick.
That was outstanding, Kevin. Excellent job there by Connor Gardner. Swung his leg through that one. It was true all the way up and through the goalpost. Nice job there for Red Mountain. Excellent to see that young man get a nice kickoff like that and get some confidence going. He's going to have a great season here for the Mountain Lions.
Great snap by Titus Polium, and then the quick hands by Isaac Thompson to put it down, and then the stroke by Connor Gardner. That ball looked like it was good from about 50 yards, and more importantly than that, the trajectory on that kick. What a booming kick. Good from 45 yards out, and it's now 17-7. How about that for a special teams play, James Booty?
Yes, that was a great job that time. That gives a commanding lead here for Red Mountain. Up 10 with 2:42 in the first half here. And if we're lucky, we'll get this one done by the time it's Saturday.
That would be an idea. You like to, I mentioned earlier I had a tea time tomorrow morning, so, and we've also already shared with everybody that we won't be staying in Levine for our post-game dinner plans, so we're gonna head on out of here, hopefully with a dub. The fan base here a little quiet.
The announcer trying to rouse up the crowd here.
It reminds me of a October day in Tucson. Just a quiet crowd. Not much going on. Another pooch kick. Ball looked like it was free for a second, and once again it was recovered by number 16. And we can tell you right now we don't even know who number 16 is, but at halftime, hopefully we'll find out who number 16 is. So, hey, I like the idea of maybe going to get a football. And in this type of game, you feel like it's in control. You feel like you're going to win this game. But I like to see the young man Gardner with that kind of leg just start drilling them down into the end zone. Yeah, these are short fields for them, and they do have some quick strike ability with Blitzky, as they like to go down to Tyreek Blue and others. Play fake. Here comes Arns on the rollout. He stops, slides, throws, wide open. Ball's caught at the 45-yard to the 50. It's a foot race to the 30. Cuts back inside. He slips a tackle at the 20. He's going to be tackled right there. A huge play for Chavez. Jaleel Walker on the receiving end of that pass by Lucas Arns. And a big-time defensive play on the far side there to save a touchdown.
Yeah, that was a touchdown-saving tackle there for Red Mountain. But how about Arns? He was in the grasp, still able to deliver that ball on the crossing route to number 12. Jaleel Walker for Cesar Chavez, and just like that, they are in business here with just about 2 minutes to go in the first half.
Going back to that short field I just mentioned, gain of 52 yards, unofficially 1st and 10 from the 18. Arns on a play fake. This time he'll put it into the gut of his ball carrier. That time it was Andrew Blitzky. And Blitzky's just a tough kid. He loves contact. And when you play football and you coach football, what do, James? You just like guys that like contact.
Well, you like guys that like contact, and you like guys with the name Blitzky. How can you not be an Ironman football player with that name?
Arns back to throw. Has time. Hit as he lets it go. Going for the end zone. It's overthrown. Applying pressure on the outside was Jacob Griffin. And when Big JG comes at you, you're going to get rid of the ball. And with the pressure that Griffin provided, that really hurried Arns and thus the errant throw. That's what that's what you call a quarterback hurry by Jacob Griffin.
Yeah, Griffin with great pressure that time for Red Mountain, but don't forget about number 80, Francis Cooney, coming in there and finishing the job. He put a lick on Arns that time. He was slow to get up.
3rd and 10. Student body right. This is Carruthers. And Carruthers is going to be just absolutely jammed up and stuffed at the point of attack. right near the line of scrimmage. Francisco Saucedo was there, as well as the baby thumper Braden Jansen. And right now for Red Mountain and for Chavez, a long, long first half. You can see some guys with their hands on their wayside right now. We talked about attrition as we do each and every week, but it's becoming a factor here in this, again, long first half.
Yeah, these guys are going to want to get in and get off their feet for halftime and hydrate and come out here in the second half and see what they can do to make this interesting.
This is Alfredo Martinez, a 31-yard field goal attempt, but before they can get the snap off, now they're going to see. Well, apparently the kick was no good, so it misses wide left. You can see the body language here. He just pushed it, just missed it. Nice to see Georgia Ramirez walk off the field with the, helping out the officials with the wave off. It's no good.
Making sure they knew it was no good in case there was any doubt, huh?
I don't like that young man. Personality. Play the game with some flair. Have some fun out there. Kevin Derryberry alongside James Booby on the Red Mountain Broadcast Network. Some of our notes have fallen down here. Starting to get a little bit windy here. A little blustery. A little monsoon feeling as the lightning is getting closer. So on the change of possession, Darren Smith back to work. Flushed out of the pocket. Throws. He's got a man looking for Rocket, and it's batted down. And unfortunately for Darren Smith that time, he might have had Ramses Rivera. He had a step on the defender, Tyreek Blue, but he kind of threw that ball off his back foot. He does have a big arm, but that time he wasn't able to get set and really let that one loose.
Yeah, he was not able to set properly as he would have liked to, but how about that ball? That was a good 35, 40 yards in the air there, off his back foot, as you mentioned.
I'm really impressed with Darren Smith's accuracy. It'll be 2nd and 10 with 43.5 seconds remaining. We'll keep an eye out and we'll find out what's going on with time accuracy. See if I can't get an update on that here. Darren Smith from the pocket, throws far side, ball's caught. It was nearly picked off. Zach Molina with his 5th catch of the first half.
Nice job, Zach Molina hauling that one in for Red Mountain, doing a great job here tonight. And he has been a force here for Red Mountain on the offensive side of the ball.
Just confirming what we already knew, that Ty McElroy out of this game, returned questionable. He's got a bad arm. More than likely, that will be the final play of the first half, James. And we mentioned how sluggish it was. But right now, you just want to get out of this half healthy. 4 seconds to go. I don't believe that Mike Peterson's going to take another snap, and Darren Smith will grab his teammates and they'll walk off the field here. The first 24 minutes are in the books here from Levine. Our score, Red Mountain 17, and the champions from Cesar Chavez 7. It's halftime, and before we turn it over to the sweet sounds of the champion marching band for your halftime festivities, James, thoughts of the first half?
Well, as you mentioned, it was a sluggish first half, more specifically a sluggish first quarter, but it seemed though as we got into the second quarter, both teams were able to get off the schneid a little bit and move the football a little bit on each other, play some plays both defensively and offensively. And Red Mountain, you got to be happy being up 17-7 in the type of game that's been here tonight so far.
One of the things that I think the Mountain Lions do very, very well, they've got great chemistry with that coaching staff, but we've mentioned it before, and we're going to go to it again because it's prevalent, and that's in-game adjustments. There's nobody better than in-game adjustments than Mike Peterson and Kyle Enders. And you could see after the first quarter, you weren't really sure from film study and preparation all week long in practice, what were they going to do here for Chavez. They kind of run unsound, unbalanced offenses and defenses, so they spread them out. They can really run the rock with Blitzky, and you'd think maybe their game plan would be to run the ball a little bit more because Red Mountain allowed 165 yards to Lucas Wright last week. They gave up some big plays in the ground game. You'd think that perhaps Coach Alcantara would like to be more committed to the ground game here tonight, but they want to air it out.
Yeah, with a player like Blitzky, you would think so, but with him playing on both sides of the football, that could lead to him being a little bit too tired to run as he would like to on the offensive side of the ball. But credit to Red Mountain's defense.
They were a little bit Swiss cheese there in the first quarter, letting a few big plays through for Cesar Chavez, but they tightened the reins down a little bit in the second quarter, and they were able to keep the champions at bay while on the offensive side of the ball able to go and score. And they lead it now 17-7 as we're in the halftime period.
One halftime score I'd like to share with you, and that is Highland leads Hamilton 28-7. And we'll tell you more about what I know about Hamilton and Chaparral on the other side. It's halftime from Cesar Chavez. Our score, Red Mountain 17. The champions from Cesar Chavez 7. Back after these brief words.
In the middle of the monsoon, we begin the second half here in Laveen. It'll be Gardner kicking it off to Tyreek Blue. Blue around his 25-yard line. Skirts ahead to the 25-yard line. We got a fight breaking out in the middle of the field. And Hiram Boren is in the middle of the fracas. And one of the players for Chavez has lost his helmet. And you see some coaches on the field here. And this is something that you do not like to see at the high school level, and you don't want things to get out of hand here, but Hiram Boren was on one end of it for Red Mountain, and I don't know exactly what happened with Hiram Boren other than he was on his keister at one point, and that could mean a lot of things, but the one kid that was in the middle of the fracas for Chavez was Jai Harris, and Jai Harris, just a sophomore at 5'9", 155. In fact, I'll take Hiram Boren in that wrestling match.
Right.
It is extremely blustery here, and the visibility on the field is less than desirable here. To give you a feel for what we are working with here in this wind right now, it feels like we're broadcasting right smack dab middle of a haboob.
That's because we are, Kevin.
Yeah, thanks, James. Once again, Captain Obvious reporting here tonight. James Booby, my broadcast partner. It's been outstanding music here all evening long. Concert hall-esque. Feel like I'm standing right next to a jukebox with a blown speaker at the saloon in Laveen. And the speakers are kind of shorting out, of all places, and they're out of everything. They're out of wings. They're out of
Smokey's barbecue.
They got the Smokey's brisket cooking here tonight. 11:54 to go. Nothing's going on. Absolutely nothing is happening. Trying to work through the visibility here. Update on Red Mountain. Thoughts and prayers and concerns will go out to number 23. My guy T-Mac, Ty McElroy, unofficially a dislocated elbow. Return is questionable to say the least. Now we have to find out the extent of the injury to T-Mac. And for Ty McElroy, he was on his way to something special. So hopefully there are no ligament tears or any extensive damage. Arm to the air, and it's batted down. Alexander Randall swats the pass right in front of Lucas Arns. And the conditions here have worsened, but it is indeed the motor. AR number 90, Alexander Randall, batting down that Lucas Arns pass at the line of scrimmage, and I'll tell you that's one way to help out your secondary right there.
Yeah, excellent job getting pressure up the field that time. Alexander Randall using his hands at the line of scrimmage, getting his big paw up and batting that one down.
Clock stopped at 11:49 to go. They keep it on the ground to Blitzky on a sweep, turns it up the field to the 20-25, and he's going to be ridden out of bounds right there around the 27-yard line. Anthony Giraldi there along with Evan Alta. Nice defensive pursuit by the safety Alta, and working side to side on that field out of that Mike backer spot is Anthony Giraldi.
Yeah, flowing very nicely for Red Mountain's defense is Anthony Giraldi making plays all over the field tonight for Red Mountain.
17-7 our score. Second half action. Second half is just underway. Again to Blitzky. Blitzky with a nice move there. With a young man that big, he is definitely quick on his feet. And he is able to make the first guy miss in many, many cases. And Andrew Blitzky is a load to defend.
Yeah, he is, Kevin. And I tell you what, able to move and have body control and agility like he does at his size is an amazing feat.
So the first down carry for Blitzky. They move the chains. 1st and 10 from their own 37. On the shotgun snap, it's Arns. He'll dump it out to Blitzky in the flat. Gets a block to the outside to the 40. Up ahead to the 45, 50, 40, and he's going to be tripped up there. So nice job then again by Blitzky catching that pass from Arns out in the flat. And there wasn't any defender in the area after Blitzky picked up about 15 yards right there. And Red Mountain's going to have to pick up
the slack here and get a little bit tougher defensively here in this opening drive of the second half for Chavez. Blitzky again, and they're going to gang pile him, and they're going to tackle him in the backfield. Ball comes loose, and thrown to the ground was Blitzky, and I'll tell you what, who absolutely drilled him was the 6'5", 240-pound Jacob Griffin, playing a little ragdoll with Andrew Blitzky right there. And James, that was one physical caliber play.
Yeah, once again, the Red Mountain defense swarming to the football that time, wrapping up Blitzky and tossing him around at will that time. They did some damage to him as he exited the field, and he is still ginger as he approaches the sideline.
Well, Red Mountain has a tendency to knock the other player out. Pass dumped out to Carruthers, slips a tackle from Jansen. Penalty marker thrown behind the play. Francis Coomey was in the area, and I believe the offensive line got all tangled up with 80, and typically that's advantage Francis Coomey.
Yeah, every time Francis Coomey, very tall, able to use his length and his size from his defensive end position, but a nice play that time as well by Anthony Giraldi coming up and cleaning up the play for the Red Mountain defense.
The wind continues to howl here in Levine. A monsoon night on this Friday evening, late in August, on the 24th day of August. And the good thing about this blustery wind is the temperatures appear to have cooled off, just a nudge. It's dropped 7 degrees from kickoff, 93 degrees. And more movement up front, and another procedure penalty here. This was something that Red Mountain worked on in practice for themselves on the offensive side of the ball. We talked about the 13 penalties last week, but they worked on that in practice. They wanted to clean up the procedural stuff, and they did so. But here in these conditions right now, both the start of the first half and the second half, very, very sluggish. Pass complete to Tyreek Blue out into the flat, spins out of a tackler, and they're going to rough him up and stand him up on the near sideline. Penalty marker thrown in the area of holding once again, and Lucas Arns that time made a nice pass from the pocket. Excellent spin on that ball, and Tyreek Blue right there with an excellent pass pattern. Made a nice reception. He's an excellent target.
Yeah, he is a big target, as you mentioned, on the outside, able to corral the ball that time, make a move on a couple of defenders. But the one thing about Red Mountain, if you don't go down right away, they're going to bring the cavalry, and they're going to come up and hit you.
So the preliminary indication is another holding penalty assessed to Cesar Chavez, and unfortunately the roster that we had with Chavez's offensive line on there is just flowing down to section 205 here at Levine. Pass thrown over the middle, batted down and incomplete. Intended target was Terrell Carruthers, and once again in pass defense there was Braden Jansen, number 9, the baby thumper, getting it done defensively, this time in the pass defense category.
Yeah, nice job Braden Jansen that time. Very skilled and very adept in his pass defense, and able to sit down in the zone there, spy the quarterback, and keep his eyes on the receiver and make the play.
Arns back to throw, throws over the near side, and the ball is too tall for the streaking Tyreek Blue. Georgie Ramirez in the area defensively for Red Mountain, and also up there playing some coverage in a corner spot was number 21, Tanner Goodchild. Goodchild, 5'10", $155. So clock stopped once again at 9:45 of the second quarter. The wind is howling here. The visibility has picked up. The haboob appears to be over for now. 3rd and 26 from the 47-yard line. Play fake. And they set up a screen to the far side, and here comes Shaq Daniels to blow up the play. Ball's loose. It's scooped and picked up and rumbling towards the goal line for Red Mountain on the far sideline on a fumble recovery.
That's number 80, Francis Coomey over there making the play for Red Mountain. Nice return on that fumble by Cesar Chavez. Kumi there to scoop it up and take it almost to the house for Red Mountain Boys, drug down there by a champion defender.
Credit the forced fumble by number 5, Shaq Aiden James Daniels. Shaq getting it done. The boundary corner up there. And Francis Kumi just couldn't get to the end zone. And you know, the fellows on the sidelines will be giving number 80 the business for that one.
Oh yeah, they'll have a great time with that one, but nonetheless, an outstanding play there by Kumi and the Red Mountain defense. They are swarming the football right now, and I'm very surprised at the amount that Cesar Chavez was trying to throw the football, especially given the conditions out here in the second half.
It'll be Jarquell Garner to start this second half in a 12 personnel, 2 tight end set. Darren Smith under center, first and goal for the 5-yard line. They turn around and give it to Jarquell Garner, and Jarquell Garner is going to rumble into the end zone for a touchdown. His second touchdown tonight, his 3rd touchdown in his career. Pater pops touchdown Mountain Lions, a 5-yard run for Jarquell Garner, and the Mountain Lions have opened it up here. They lead it 23-7, extra point pending.
Boy, once again, I tell you, Jarquell Garner coming up big for Red Mountain in the absence of Ty McElroy. And he's paid dividends here tonight for the Mountain Lions and come up big when they needed him the most.
Speaking of coming up big, how about saucy big? 5'11", 225, the right guard getting it done, and then Jacob Griffin, to remove any doubt, made a hole there, and Jarquell Garner just ran right behind the big fellas, and he broke the plane of the goal line for the second time tonight.
Yeah, Jacob Griffin, you mentioned, he's done an outstanding job tonight on offense for Red Mountain. He's paved the way off the right-hand side for the offensive line, and he's really done a great job for Red Mountain thus far this season.
Another perfect snap by Titus Pulliam, a great hold by Isaac Thompson, and Gardner drills the extra point. He's perfect in PAT tries this year. 9:24 left in the 3rd quarter. Our score, the Mountain Lions 24, and the champions from Cesar Chavez 7. (24-7) our score, 9:24 remaining in the 3rd quarter. The all-time series between Red Mountain and Cesar Chavez is tied at 1-1. Red Mountain won the first ever meeting between the two programs, 57-6, way back in 2007. And Chavez squared off against the Mountain Lions the next year, capturing a 39-27 victory. That was 10 years ago this month. Amazing how time flies. Chavez, their school opened 20 years ago. That was a Jim Jones coach team. And Gardner sent this one end over end. It's a pooch kick. Going to be picked up by Tyreek Blue. Makes a move at the 35-yard line. Tries to get to the outside, and it's going to be covered right there. Excellent special teams tackle made by Jarquell Garner. How about it, JG getting it done on both sides of the football?
Yeah, he is making contributions all over the field tonight for Red Mountain. And once again, coming up big on special teams that time, Jarquell Garner.
There's a lot of tradition here at Cesar Chavez, and a lot of that tradition is behind head coach Jim Rattay. Coach Rattay with 333 career wins. That's 2 behind the legendary Paul Morrow. On a play fake, a double reverse. They go to the end of the round with the ball carrier. This is James Mackey to the outside, makes a move, steps inside, spins, and he's still on his feet, and he gets absolutely tattooed at the 44-yard line. He did a nice job of running right there, but he ran in to number 6. Isaac Thompson makes the open field tackle, and the fellas bowled him over after that, but it was a big gainer. First and 10, Chavez from their own 35-yard line. Penalty marking out. They give it to Blitzky. He starts inside, darts outside, turns the corner to 45 and takes on all comers around the 33-yard line. He took on George Ramirez. Anthony Giraldi also in there head hunting. And whenever there's contact with Andrew Blitzky, number 33, Andrew Blitzky will let you know about it.
Yeah, Blitzky did a great job that time getting to the corner in a hurry. Turned it with a great head of steam and took on the took on the tacklers there as he approached the sideline. And another nice gain there for Cesar Chavez.
Think about that, James. We talked about Coach Rattay, 333 career wins. He's 2 behind the legendary Paul Morrow. 2 victories, that's all he needs. You think if some program out there would like to hire Jim Rattay and hire an old school coach that wants to win football games in a traditional fashion, he'd be an excellent hire. And he needs 3 victories to be the all-time winningest coach here in this great state of Arizona.
I think Phoenix Christians could have him back for 2 more games. What do you say?
Not a bad idea. To the air, it's Orange looking for Tyreek Blue. He overthrows him. Looked like Zach Molina was providing the coverage that time. And again, Orange throws a pretty ball, but this time it was not accurate. So Coach Rattay has 7 state championships. 7 of them. Count them up. He won state titles for Desert Vista and the Mesa Jackrabbits back in 1992 and in 1990. And get this, in 1977, his team in Ohio, they lost the state championship. Get to that back in a second. Again, Blitzky starts inside on the bounce out to the 50, turns the corner at the 45-yard line, and Braden Jansen is all tied up there with number 4. That is Davion Camp. But again, Blitzky with the pressure up the middle coming after him has the speed and quickness and that agility to get outside and pick up a positive gainer when there was nothing up the middle.
Yeah, he does a great job of making something out of nothing, but credit as well that time to number 21, Tanner Goodchild, holding his ground there on the outside against Blitzky.
They dump off the pass out of the flat to Blitzky, and a nice courtesy nudge there from Francis Coomey. Coomey working hard tonight off that rush end. That was an incomplete pass. Again, the Longview School Board and the sideline crew not on the same page. It should be 4th down for Chavez, trailing 24-7 with 8:29 remaining in this 3rd quarter. At one point, we were in peril of making our tea time. Then things picked up right through halftime, and the sweet sound of the Cesar Chavez marching band. And here we are now again, just staggering along in this 3rd quarter. Another pooch punt. You got to figure that there's something more to the special teams game for Chavez, because you got to assume that Davion Camp isn't their normal punter, and for a group that's seen hang time Riley Pagel the last couple of years, those punts are a far cry from what we've seen from hang time.
Yes, most definitely. Riley Pagel has big shoes to fill at Red Mountain High School. He'll be kicking it up there in NAU this fall. So excited to see what he does there with the Lumberjacks.
So Brandon Fallman will check in right in front of Jarquell Garner. Darren Smith is the quarterback. 2 wide receivers to the near side. Clem Reese-Peebles is in the slot. Ramses Rivera to the near side. One-on-one coverage if they choose to take a look. Smith to Garner. Garner up the middle. They try to attack him from behind. And you can see Blitzky playing defense. And he's just has a high-octane game. But that time, a powerful run by Jarquell Garner. Not the 5 he's used to busting off, but he'll take the strong 4-yard run right there.
Yeah, every time take 3 yards in a cloud of dust, as they say. But what a job that time. I tell you, Darren Smith is a very heady quarterback. Got to the line, saw the defensive tackles lined up on the inside shade of his guards. He knew exactly what he needed to do, run the outside leg of the guard, and able to pick up positive yardage there. Nice job, Darren Smith.
2nd and 6. They give it to Garner again, and Garner hits that hole, and he's going to pick up 1, maybe 2 yards. Pushing and shoving after the whistle here. A late flag comes in from the side judge, and you can hear our coaches up here in the booth next to us talking a little bit. Coach Barge just mentioned Kyle Anders' name. And in a game like this, not only do you want to get out of here safe with the injury situation, we've already lost Ty McElroy to a dislocated elbow, but with the weather conditions are the proximity. You just want to get out of this game with a victory and head on to East Mesa.
Yes, that's the ideal situation. Once again, Ty McElroy out for the game, presumably, and we'll hope that he gets back very quickly as he is a valuable asset here to the Red Mountain Outlaws.
So this penalty is assessed to Red Mountain. Anyway, back to my story about Coach Rattay. His team lost the state championship game back in 1977 in Ohio. And in the barn that night, in the press box, was the late, great Woody Hayes. The former Ohio State coach was there recruiting a player in the Ohio area. And then after that game, Coach Rattay's in with his group and he knocks on the locker room door, but none other than Woody Hayes to console his team and really explain to him, hey, we've lost to Michigan several times. It's part of football. It's a big deal as we are back to live action. And that strike from Darren Smith right over the middle of the field, caught by Carter Wheat. Carter Wheat making the reception at the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 10 yards from Darren Smith to Carter Wheat, but they will be well short of the first down. It's nice to see Carter Wheat catch the ball over the middle.
Yeah, it's a great job that time running down the seam. Was Carter Wheat that time able to get off the line of scrimmage with great tenacity and run that seam route and catch that ball. Nice job there delivering it on time from Darren Smith.
Great snap from Titus Pulliam, and what a punt there by Connor Gardner. And they will get the Red Mountain roll, and on special teams, touching that one down was Luis Arredondo, the cornerback, a senior. So Arredondo with a special teams touchdown. And that was a punt touchdown. Dead ball. So a change of possession here. 6:24 to go in this third quarter. Red Mountain in command. They've scored 24 unanswered points here to take the lead in this one. And just going back to that point about Jim Rattay, imagine you're a high school coach, you just lost the state title game, and here's the legendary Woody Hayes in your dressing room trying to console your players, saying, hey, listen, we've been in some big football games and we've lost the Big Blue. It's part of football, it's part of the process, but you guys will be back. Great story for Jim Rattay and his board as we move on, and then back to live action. It's Arns, a quick pass to the near side. Major Kelly up there with a nice defensive tackle, but making that reception was Jaleel Walker, and Jaleel Walker is having himself a pretty nice offensive game here tonight, James.
Yes, he is. Jaleel Walker has contributed in a number of ways here tonight for Cesar Chavez.
Here comes the full rush. The pass is thrown over the middle, and it's going to be broken up. And looked like that Tanner Goodchild was literally draped over the wide receiver, and that time Davion Camp at 5'8", $157, didn't really have a chance to catch the football because of the excellent coverage by Tanner Goodchild. He literally covered him like a blanket.
Yeah, he was covered from the backside there. An excellent job there. Very close to too much coverage on that one, but nice effort nonetheless.
Arns back to throw, fires a strike over the middle, caught at the 45-yard line by Tyreek Blue, and he's belted by Major Kelly. And for good measure, George Ramirez comes up and sticks a shoulder pad in on the back of Tyreek Blue.
Nice job there, cleaning up. And credit to Coach Kyle English. He's got these guys swarming around the football tonight all night long, and that is going to carry them very far this season.
Gain of 11, first and 10. Chavez. Clock stopped with 5:35 remaining. The Red Mountain fans made the trek out here to Levine tonight. Pretty good traveling crowd. We saw David Moss, Coach Moss, Lance Lawson's dad at halftime, along with Clement Reese People as his dad. Towards L2 at Southern Utah. Home of the Thunderbirds. And either way, there it is, James. We talked about, we wouldn't be talking about Lance Lawson for the longest time because we only said Lance Lawson's name from 5,000 to 10,000 times for 4 years. In a couple years, as he was on his way, we talked about the arrival of Lance Lawson. And L2, he delivered all across the board. He delivered an exceptional player, a humble young man with a great family. And we just wish that young man nothing but success. And we're all pulling for L2, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, we're excited to see him play. I believe they got a game next Saturday. They open.
It's coming up.
Yeah.
It's coming up.
And then Justin Coleman should be going this coming Thursday, I believe, to get cranking up there in North Dakota.
JC, the hitman.
Shout out to you, Justin, if you're listening out there tonight.
It's Arns from the pocket. He throws. Ball is going to be in and out of the hands of Tyreek Blue, and he might have caught the ball on the second attempt. That was a fantastic job of concentration by Tyreek Blue, and those are some amazing hands by Tyreek Blue right there.
And a great bit of concentration as well, able to pull that one in, had two defenders all over him, kept his head, kept his eyes on the ball, and ultimately pulled it in.
Gain of 20, first and 10. Chavez back to Tyreek Blue, makes a move at the 40, the 30, splits the defender. He's into the 25-yard line, and he's close to the red zone. We'll see where they spot the football. The line judge comes in there, but now Tyreek Blue, back-to-back receptions from Lucas Arns. What a difference a week makes, clearly. Not only the weather conditions. In fact, at some point last week in Anchorage, the Chavez players were actually cold during the second half of their game last Friday night.
Unbelievable. Hard to think that as hot as it's been here lately, but they did go very far north. And you mentioned earlier, they had a great trip up there, able to really do some team bonding. And I'm sure that was very special for the program.
I'll pass along a score from football. It's a 6A score, and Pinnacle led Mount Point 35-21. That was the second half score. Spencer Ratter injured in that ball game. Here comes the pressure. Arms, little jump pass, and it's over the intended target. But with the harassment on the pass rush, none other than the freak, Francis Kumi, get to the quarterback. The intended target for Chavez was James Mackey. So Arns misfires there. It'll be a 2nd and 12 from the mountain line 43-yard line. Clock stopped at 5:04. Arns back to throw, fires underneath, reception made, and making the tackle immediately was number 5, Shaq Daniels.
Nice job breaking down, buzzing his feet that time. Shaq Daniels able to accost the ball carrier near the line of scrimmage there and drop it. Nice job, Shaq Daniels.
Jaleel Walker with his 5th catch of the night. Gained just a couple on that pass play. 3rd and 10 from the 41-yard line. 4 wide receiver package for Lucas Arns. He's got Blitzky behind him. They give it to Blitzky. Blitzky is to the outside, slips another tackle, makes a move. He's got the first down. What an impressive run by Andrew Blitzky. And James, we talked about this at halftime. Why aren't they using that kid more? That time Blitzky running right, and he's got deceptive speed. Looks like he's just kind of surveying the line of scrimmage, and then you need then a skosh, right? Just a little crease, and he's hitting it.
Yeah, he hits it very hard. He's got a great head of steam, and gets a good pad level as well, able to bowl over a couple of guys in the process of that one.
Gain of 11, fall, and the snap is fumbled. And Arns will recover it. Immediately, Jacob Griffin, the next closest to fall on that one. There has been 1 turnover in this game. Check that. There's been 2 turnovers in this ball game. Red Mountain, the beneficiary of both of them. An interception by Isaac Thompson in the first half, and a fumble recovery by Francis Kumi. And then forced fumble caused by Shaq Daniels. Arns back to throw, fires, caught at the 30-yard line, and making a move to the 35-yard line was once again number 12, Jaleel Walker, with his 6th catch of this game, and he was hit around the 25-yard line.
And Jaleel Walker made a number of plays tonight as well for the champions.
35 from the 25. All the way at the line of scrimmage is Lucas Arns, and now Coach Peterson. In fact, that is actually Kyle Enders out there to call that timeout. The defensive coordinator, who does a masterful job. You talk about a guy that just loves football, oozes the game, has a passion for the game. We talked about Andy, if Red Mountain is able to hold on and win here tonight and capture the 200th career win in the school's history, that Kyle Enders would have played and contributed in 82 of those 200 games and 200 victories. That is something to be proud of.
Yeah, that's very impressive. 82 victories as both a player and a coach for Red Mountain. And, you know, he bleeds solid maroon red for Red Mountain. And he loves the game of football, as you mentioned. And it's great to see coaches that really are entrenched in the game, such as Kyle Enders.
the young age. And coaches are making inroads much younger these days. Lou Ramirez comes to mind. He's 25 years old, runs the Marana Tiger football program with Trent Bourget as his signal caller. 3:20 to go, 24-7 from the 25-yard line. Orange fires near side, incomplete. And that ball ran out of steam. Brayden Jansen with the defensive assignment, that time on Tyreek Blue. Penalty marker thrown. And the Lions judge over there with their referee, illegal man downfield, assessed to Chavez. So this might surprise you in just a second here, James, but the clock is stopped at 3:14.
A stoppage of play? You're kidding me.
The flow has been sluggish. Hopefully, as you watch at home tonight on the Red Mountain Football Broadcast Network, that we're keeping you fairly entertained. It's been a rough one for us on the delivery end of things. The haboob is over, though.
That is the good news. The wind has definitely calmed down a bit. Still a little bit going around a little bit, but nothing like it was earlier.
The chair that they gave us to work with up here in the press box is broken. So we're just all kinds of unique elements here tonight. There's been a long, lengthy conversation with this officiating team. And that's something that I had asked Coach Barnes about. What was the conversation about with Coach Peterson and the officials in the first quarter? It was very simple. The communication on the penalties was not given to Red Mountain. Orange scrambles, directing traffic, wants to make a throw, throws off his back foot, throws, and the ball is going to be broken up over the middle of the field. Zach Molina defending that pass play, and he broke up the pass intended for Davion Camp.
Excellent job, Zach Molina, coming up from his defensive back position and making the play there. This quarterback for Cesar Chavez trying to force that one in there, but too many Red Mountain defenders in the area for that one to be complete.
So the Mountain Lions on the change of possession, and once again, in all due respect, between the Longview scoreboard and the sideline gang, they have not gotten that first, second, third, or fourth down right, it seems like, at all tonight, especially on those trick downs. First attempt on the 25-yard line. This is Jarquel Garner again. He is the bell cow now with T-Mac out. And they run that sweep play to the left side and doing a nice job of turning it up and turning it in was Jarquel Garner.
Great job that time running up the B gap and with a great pad level there once again, able to take on tacklers and do it effectively.
A 6-yard clip, play fake on the rollout. This is going to be Darren Smith, dumps it off to Zach Molina, and Molina got belted. He got belted twice there, and the second hit could have been a little bit late. They'll call everything else moving down there, but they didn't call that one. It surprised me just a bit. Getting in a game that's in hand here for Red Mountain 24-7. We talked about the conditions. Just get these kids out of here safe, guys.
Exactly. That should be the main point for both teams and the officials for that matter. We wind this one down. Let's hope that we are able to do that.
Zemo, Zach Molina took a shot. They peppered him pretty good that time. I like the idea. Continue to put the pressure on. This is Smith out of the shotgun formation. Back to throw. Has some time. Steps up in the pocket. Slides out of it. Looking for a man. And he's going to throw the ball down the field. And this is going to be a free 10-yard penalty. As Zach Molina was being held at the 35-yard line. There might be 2 infractions on this one. We're going to definitely have a pass interference penalty assessed to Chavez. And then let's see what the other side of the ball or other side of the coin will present here. This might be a double foul on Chavez. Very well could be. And they're going to call an infraction on the Mountain Lions as well. So we got an illegal motion on Red Mountain. And it's a pass interference penalty assessed to Chavez. So those penalties will offset, James, and we'll play another down. And for good measure, the clock is stopped at 1:46. Wind it up. The crowd is thin down here on both sides. The Red Mountain Marching Band made their visit here tonight. Nice to see them out. Red well here tonight to South Phoenix. Darren Smith under center. Fires, and the ball is broken up. Intended target was Ramses Rivera. And tough to discern what happened there, James, when perhaps the ball was delivered a little tardy that time. One of the rare misfires, perhaps.
Yeah, a little bit late there that time from Darren Smith. Had a little bit of pressure in his face. He hesitated for just a moment. That was just enough to allow that DB to get in a better position and back down with that.
So Connor Gardner on, and James Mackey is deep. Another great snap and another good punt for Gardner. Angle punt, bounces the 40 and takes a Red Mountain roll. And right there with a little hot dog, and it was James Mackey kind of threatened to pick up the rock. And you kind of get the idea that Tanner Goodchild and Braden Jansen down there in special teams were like, go ahead and pick it up, young man. Let's play ball.
Take a shot. We got you.
It's fun when you see the swag change, the pendulum swag and swing the other direction. But early on in this game, it was all Chavez, a lot of second and third plays that they were making, a lot of chipping, chirping.
There was a lot of chirping, especially in that first quarter. The flags flying everywhere.
Concerned about the lighting here. Chavez going the rest of the way. The lighting here is porous. This will be orange. Dump it off to Blitzky. Here comes Braden Jansen, and Braden Jansen's just going to wrestle him down. And Shaq Daniels right there will cover up the baby thumper. And one of the things that you have to talk about 9 right there, Braden Jansen, 5'7", 145. That was his weight last year. He's 155 to 160 pounds this year. But Braden Jansen taking on Andrew Blitzky one-on-one and winning the battle. I doff my cap to number 9. Here comes the pressure, and there's a sack on the play. From the outside, Jacob Griffin to the quarterback, and Lucas Orange goes down in a heap of fire.
What a great job on pursuit that time to the backside. Jacob Griffin running all the way down the line of scrimmage. Had the quarterback dead to rights and took him out of the backfield. Excellent job.
Jacob Griffin continues to surge, and his game is improving week to week for that young man. That's Logan's little brother. Orange back to throw from the gun, steps up in the pocket. He wants to throw, and he's going to be hit from behind. And Jacob Griffin making back-to-back plays, getting the quarterback on a sack, and then in pursuit on run defense, picks up another play on the backside. That's some pretty impressive speed for Jake Griffin.
Nice job from Jacob Griffin once again making a play for Red Mountain. And I tell you what, he's wearing that number 54 jersey, which has a lot of history behind it for the Red Mountain Mountain Lions.
Jacob Porter rings the bell right there. When you talk about the other Jacob Porter, but Jacob Griffin, 6'5", 240, James. When you go into the store and you're like, I'm looking for a body. And they're like, let's start with a frame first, and we'll start working on some other things after that. You want big muscles, whatever you want tan, cut up, chiseled. But you're like, let's start with a frame. You're like, let's start with Jake Griffin, 6'5", 240. That's a pretty good frame.
And then let's put some good feet on him, because that guy can move.
He is nimble. We've said nimble once or twice, but in that select book of adjectives, nimble's a good one.
Well, it's 11:45, and we just hit the end of the third quarter.
We've missed the 10 o'clock news. They are right in the middle of Friday Night Fever on Channel 12. In fact, there won't even be a final on that if you're watching the late night Friday Night Fever with Tressa Tucker and, of course, our good friend Bruce Cooper, Cameron Cox. Hopefully they'll bring out the dad cam this year. I'm a big fan of the dad cam. Dabbing it up. 24-7 our score is quarter number 3 is finally in the books. Boy, it took a while to get to quarter number 3. 3 quarters finally in the books. Shout out to our Red Mountain camera team here tonight. Outstanding. All right. Punt formation once again for Chavez. Ball on their own 30-yard line. And that time they finally execute what they're looking to do is Tyreek Blues down on the other end of the field, ready to touch this one down. So all night long, they've been trying to run a pooch punt with Davion Camp taking a snap out of the quarterback position. He scoots right just a little bit, and Pooch kicks one. Almost a rugby-style type kick. And here we go.
Time for the electric slide here at Cesar Chavez.
Everybody, we want the whole Red Mountain staff on this. Let's do it. Tear it out. Red Mountain gets the football back, and I think Hiram Boren is checked in at quarterback for the Mountain Lions. And it is indeed number 7, Hiram Boren, passing the flat to Clem Reese-Peebles down the sideline, 50, 40, and he's going to be tripped up around the 31-yard line. Hiram Boren's first varsity pass goes to the Slim Reaper, Clem Reese-Peebles, down the sidelines.
What a great job. An excellent pass to the outside in a hurry. Got rid of the ball right off the snap, and Reese-Peebles was off to the races. Almost broke that one for 6 points. What a play.
Unofficially a gain of 45 yards. Hiram Boren to Clem Reese-Peebles. Boren now with the play call. Boren going down the field. The ball's caught by Georgie Ramirez inside the 5-yard line. And Red Mountain got away with one. Georgie Ramirez lining up in the slot, jumped the whistle, got back up, and Boren threw another dart. A beautiful pass that fell right into the breadbasket of double deuces. Georgie Ramirez, first and goal to go, Mountain Lions.
George Ramirez going right down the seam that time. Hiram Boren delivering a strike right in stride to Ramirez, and he almost got it across the goal line.
You might recall last week Hiram Boren started the season off with a special teams tackle. This is Hiram Boren that lost the job in the quarterback derby, wanted to make an impact some way, somehow, said I'll play special teams, I'll play defense. In fact, in practice this week, Hiram Boren had a play and a series of plays for him to play linebacker. He was going to make his debut tonight defensively. I don't think we've seen him yet. At least if he did come in, we didn't catch it, but Hiram Boren's now playing quarterback as Darren Smith will finish this one up on the sideline as Red Mountain has a commanding lead. But you might recall Garrett Strell is the backup quarterback, number 13 last week, got carried off the field, had a bad ankle, and they thought he had an Achilles problem, but I saw Strell tonight before the ball game, and I'm not joking when I say this. The timetable on the return of Garrett Strell was about 4 weeks. He says he thinks he can play next week, and he looked like he could tonight. No hitch in his giddy up, swelling is down, a little tenderness on the sprain, but no Achilles and no lingering effects.
That's good news. That's definitely good news for Red Mountain.
But for us, Hiram Bowen, 2 for 2 in the passing category. I think that was 52 yards. So Smith to Jarkwell Garner, and a run stop with a run blitz right there. And Chavez, the right defensive call that time for Manny Alcantara in his second season. They went 7-4 last year, and right back up to the line of scrimmage is Darren Smith. Jumbo package here, 21 personnel. They give it to Garner. Garner is going to be tackled, but he does pick up a yard, maybe 2. And Francisco Salcedo got blown up that time by Andrew Blitzky, but Salcedo still doing just a good enough job to keep Blitzky out of the fray of that play. But boy, Blitzky, he wants to be in the middle of everything, number 33.
Yeah, he loves to play football. He loves contact. There's 3 types of kids. Kids that like contact, kids that love contact, and kids that run from it. He's definitely one that loves the contact.
So this will be a 3rd and goal to go from the 4-yard line. Carter Wheat is one tight end. It's in the ball game. This is going to be Darren Smith. They try to do a quick set there, and I'm not sure that they got ready. And now Lorenzo Bowers with a very aggressive hand clap. He is signaling that this infraction is assessed to Cesar Chavez. We're out in Levine tonight, James. We are, just below South Mountain. The evening has, oh, it's of Habub is blown through here. The visibility is picked up.
Yeah, it's cooled off a little bit since that storm came through.
I'm not a mint M&M guy. You?
They're pretty good.
I'm more of a peanut guy when it comes to the M&Ms. 10:02 remaining fourth quarter, 24-7. Third and goal to go. It's Darren Smith, the quarterback. Takes the low snap, fires, and it's in and out of the hands of Carter Wheat. Oh, Carter Wheat had a touchdown right there in the breadbasket, and unfortunately he dropped that football. That's happened three times tonight where the Mountain Lions have had a case of the dropsies here.
Yeah, a couple of balls that were just right on target. And Darren Smith is very accurate. If he misses, he doesn't miss by much. These guys got to haul that football.
This will be a 19-yard field goal attempt for Connor Gardner. Isaac Thompson missed the holder. Titus Pulliam is the long snap. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good. And Connor Gardner remains perfect on the campaign. He's 3 for 3 in field goal tries, and Red Mountain improves their lead to 27-7 with 9:54 remaining. It wasn't the result that they wanted as far as a touchdown. They wanted to get that football in the end zone, but they'll take the 3 points early in this fourth quarter.
Yes, definitely. They've been playing well on special teams tonight and doing a great job in the kicking game as well. Credit to Connor Gardner on the kicking job he's done tonight for the special teams unit of Red Mountain.
I'm impressed with the public address announcer as he said, congratulations to the defense on only allowing 3 points. It's 27-7. Red Mountain has scored 27 unanswered points here. Hats off to Tabor Lamar and Chris Andrianis, our co-offensive coordinators. And we'll check in with head coach Mike Peterson tomorrow on the line stand. And we'll find out the latest on Ty McElroy, what the conversation spoke to Ron Wisniewski earlier today. It was going to be what's the conversation about, what the conversation was. But speaking of Wiz, Ron Wisniewski, longtime bench boss for Red Mountain, doing great. Family's doing well, and he's enjoying his time away from the game. Newfound perspectives on things.
Very good.
Working on opening up his winery. And things are going well for Coach Wiz. He's in the classroom teaching, doing what he loves to do, and getting quality family time with them. Yeah, he misses coaching just a bit. Get that Friday night nerves like any coach would. And now this is Kufadakis swinging that right leg through. Tyreek Blue gets rid of the rock, and down the sideline with the football is number 10. That is James Mackey. Mackey got the reverse around the 10, and he skirts up the sideline here. About a 35-yard return for Mackey. And Tyreek Blue, the guy that gave up the rock that time, he's about out of gas here in this one.
Well, yeah, he's been working hard all over the field tonight, not only on offense, but he's been in there on defense with Cesar Chavez too. And he's got to be getting tired at this point.
Manny Alcantar doing a fine job coaching this football team. He coached at Dysart for the last 5 years before he got to Chavez. Here comes a heavy rush. There's a penalty marker down. It's going to be a hold against Jacob Griffin. And on the quarterback scramble is number 7. That's their quarterback. He's had his name all evening long, Lucas Arns. Arns, 6'1", 182. He doesn't shy away from contact either.
No, Arns is not afraid to lower his shoulder and deliver a blow if he has to, especially when he's trying to make a play with his feet. But he does a good job of throwing the football down the field, and got to get some of his receivers to step up a little bit here too tonight and haul some of those balls in that he's putting on target.
Perhaps another 3 or 4 more minutes would go off the clock, but you start to get to that point in the game where you start to think in your mind just a little bit who would be a worthy candidate to be the Parker and Sons varsity player of the week, and start coming up with some candidates. Isaac Thompson could be in that category. Jarquo Garner could very well be in that category. Francis Rivera. Yep. But if I had to vote, I would vote Isaac Thompson, as that ball's on the ground, and it's going to be recovered by Red Mountain. Alexander Randall recovers the fumble. AR right there to pick up the loose ball. So that's the third turnover of the night for Cesar Chavez. But the name on that, perhaps the Parker and Sons varsity player of the week, at least it can be. Wow, Jacob Griffin.
Yeah, Jacob Griffin had a heck of a game here tonight. He's been the force on the offensive line, paving the way off of that right tackle spot. And he's also made a number of plays on defense as well tonight. So great job.
Great job by this Red Mountain defense. They lead it 27-7, 9:23 to go. Mountain Lions will get another possession. Darren Smith will jog on the field. And behind him is Georgie Ramirez. Ball spot on the 8-yard line. Offset high. Here goes Clem Reese-Peebles in motion. Smith, student body right. It's going to be Ramirez. He's going to throw the ball to Darren Smith. Darren Smith is going to be, it's going to be picked off in the end zone by Tyreek Blue. He'll take it out to the 20, the 30, midfield to the 50, and he's going to be forced out by Clem Reese-Peebles. A touchdown saving tackle by Peebles, and there are all kinds of penalty markers on the field. A little trickeration for Red Mountain. Georgie Ramirez trying to throw a pass to Darren Smith in the corner of the end zone. I might have gotten excited on the call. I thought he had a chance to go up and stab at that. Lorenzo Bowers asked, but that's Darren Smith, our quarterback, not Lorenzo Bowers out there.
Yeah, exactly. And he had some coverage there right on his tail. So unfortunately, he wasn't able to pull that one in for Red Mountain. They tried to make something happen there on the turnover, trying to catch Cesar Chavez off guard a little bit, if you will. But unfortunately, that one's going to go back the other way.
Mountain Lion marching band feeling it now. Rocking and rolling on the far sideline here. 27-7. So Georgie Ramirez, I don't know how often he throws the football, but we know he can do so many other things so well. Well, that time, floated one up there, and credit Tyreek Blue. He read the play, he saw it, and he stayed at home. Nice defense there by your free safety, and a pretty good return there by Tyreek Blue. We talked about him and his fatigue maybe setting in, but he looked good on that hustle down the sideline.
Yeah, a lot of adrenaline involved in that play right there. And an excellent play in the end zone to pick that one off. He had to elevate and get that ball pulled out of the air before Smith was able to go make a play on it, and then turned it and ran it up the field with a great amount of assistance from his blockers up front as well.
The last time you and I saw someone take a football out of the end zone and nearly go that far was Gerald Wilbon at Gilbert last year, when Gerald Wilbon picked one off in the corner of the end zone and took it 102 yards later. Houston, you might recall that walk-off win by Red Mountain. Barnes from the pocket throws. The ball's going to be overthrown. Going for Carruthers, and how about it? He threw a pick, but he's right back in there in defensive coverage. That was Georgie Ramirez, double deuces. And Georgie with some conversation all the way back to number 4, Tyrell. I beg your pardon. That is Davion Camp. Camp and Carruthers, if you thought we might have said one or the other earlier in the broadcast, I think you're mistaken, but it was Camp at 5'8", 157, Carruthers 5'8", 161. Only 4 points, excuse me, 4 pounds separate those guys. As I get excited here, I slow down and talk on the radio just a minute. On from the pocket, throw the ball's picked off again. It's intercepted. And it looks like it's Isaac Thompson with his second pick of the ball game. And how about that for an impact player of the game?
Wow, did you see him elevate, go up and get that ball? He was full extension, able to get it, almost in a back foot, bring it down, but was able to corral the football and get it back in the hands of the Red Mountain offense once again.
Turnover number 4 produced by Kyle Anders' defense tonight. That's something that's always going to be a work in progress for your defensive unit. You want to take the ball away. Takeaways are huge. And when you win the turnover battle, like they have done so tonight, as you see some fireworks off over to the east part of the state. There's a fumble snap, ball's on the ground, and we'll see who comes up with this one. So 8:45 remaining in this 4th quarter. Red Mountain's going to win the football game. They lead it 27-7. And Jarquel Garner remains the tailback. Ramses Rivera is entered as a wide receiver along with Clem Reese-Peebles. Well, Mike Peterson will back down. He'll continue to take chances down the field. This is Darren Smith under center. Again, Chavez showing blitz. Now they back out of it. Using some time off that play clock is Darren Smith. 8 seconds on the play clock. Return the kids to Garner. Big hole, right side. And he's got about an 8-yard burst and just wreaking havoc and blowing open the hole that time. Again on the right side, Jake Griffin, Francisco Saucedo. You talk about clearing a clear path. That's what they're doing right now for Jarquell Garner.
Yeah, those guys are getting an outstanding push up front, moving the pile, and letting the running back do his work, find the seam, and hit it hard. Nice job up front there for Red Mountain.
We talk about the style of running by Jarquell Garner as a downhill style. And he's shown you some moves to be a little bit shifty here tonight on the touchdown run, but just his ability to hit the hole and the effectiveness behind that has been really something that's nice to see.
Yeah,
for a depth guy.
Exactly. He's come in here and filled the hole. It's a critical hole at running back. You got to be able, especially late in the ball game like this, 8 minutes to go on the clock. You're up 20 points. You want to protect that lead. We had a bit of, we had a whole lot of wind here earlier. That's exactly what we wanted to do. Keep that ball on the ground and execute your run game. And Jarquell Garner has done a great job here tonight for Red Mountain.
27 unanswered points for the Mountain Lions. An impressive showing for this team. And next week, James, we will be at Perry. The Perry Pumas. And Red Mountain looks to take on Perry with a record of 2-0. And Chubb Purdy and Colby Dickey and the rest, Preston Jones-led club, they're formidable.
Yes,
no question about it.
Yes, they are. Even after losing Brock Purdy, he's not going to be at Iowa State. Brother has come in and taken the reins of the football team. That should be a heck of a battle out there in East Valley next week. First of 3 in a row on the road for Red Mountain.
Desert Ridge has defeated Westview in overtime tonight, 23-17. Lucas Wright with 147 yards and 3 touchdowns in that one. Impressive. Another partial score as they tend to Andrew Blitzky. And a second half score, Pinnacle leads Mountain Point 42-21.
Impressive.
The defensive coordinator for Mountain Point is Conrad Hamilton, former New York Giant, former Chaparral Firebird defensive coordinator. Thought he had a pretty good game plan to slow down number 2 Spencer Rattler. Well, Spence went down in that ball game. There's another young man that we wish for a speedy recovery to get that young man back on the field as quick as possible. But seems like a tough night around high school. We're still playing here. It's like 8 minutes to go. It's Darren Smith under center on a play fake. Steps up, throws. The ball is going to be picked off. Tyreek Blue has another interception. His second in as many series to the 30. Out to the 40-yard line, steps back in, and here comes Kalem Reese-Peebles to lower the boom on the backside again. What a hustle play there by Kalem Reese-Peebles. No quit in 8, the Slim Reaper getting it done.
Yes, that was a great job of pursuit that time, coming from the backside and tracking down Blitzky all the way down, tracking down Walker, all of Tyreek Blue all the way down the field and stopping him before he was able to even reach midfield.
Those are plays that you don't mind to be the riverboat gambler right there with this point in the game, but you want to clean those up. A couple of picks there on some poorly thrown balls right there. Take your chances, but those didn't seem like they were good chances to take. Easy for us to say high top here.
Sure. Got to play smart football. That's what it's all about. You always want to do that no matter what the
Major Kelly in there. Guys are getting close to wanting to throw hands here in this one. 27-7. It's all Red Mountain. And Tyreek Blue with a couple of interceptions, back-to-back series for Cesar Chavez. I think the turnover battle is 4-2 advantage Red Mountain. A couple of interceptions back to Darren Smith. New quarterback, now I beg your pardon, that is Arns. Throws it down the middle field. The ball's caught by Tyreek Blue inside the 35-yard line. And they'll be stopped at the 33-yard line. Coming in there to provide that collision, none other than double deuces, Georgie Ramirez.
Well, I tell you, Blue made the reception, but he paid the price, got tattooed by 3 Red Mountain defenders on that.
Arns again wants to throw, flushed out, and he's going to turn it up and take on a tackler. And I like the way that Shaq Daniels, your boundary corner, squared up those shoulder pads and just bullied the ball carrier right off his route.
He has a great job, Shaq Daniels stepping up from his defensive back position that time and forcing the ball carrier out of bounds.
Well, my premonition and my instinct was that is a new quarterback. Josh Garcia, number 8, now taking the snap. So Garcia's been on the last 3 plays. Garcia is going to throw one, and the ball is going to be caught on the far sideline. He threw it into triple coverage, and somehow Red Mountain was unable to pick that ball off. Ramirez was there along with Tanner Goodchild. And I'm trying to find, I think Terrell Carruthers made the, that was Davion Camp. Camp or Carruthers, they're the same player.
What an effort, though. Excellent job holding that thing. 3 guys draped all over.
Garcia to throw on the outside, and the ball is behind the intended target. Garcia doesn't have near the arm that Arns does. And you have to speculate. Did Red Mountain knock out another quarterback, or are they just taking him out for a precautionary reason, or just to get some other players some looks? But Lucas Arns out of this ball game. Now they're going to Josh Garcia, and arm strength between 2 quarterbacks is very, very different.
Yeah, well, Arns, you got to think about it throughout this whole ball game. He's taking a number of shots. He's willing to make a play with his feet, but he's going to pay for it.
What an open field tackle on Blitzky by Georgie Ramirez, and side by side, number 6, Isaac Thompson. Maybe it's co-players of the week. Georgie Ramirez, outstanding defensive player there, and great support by 6, Isaac Thompson.
Yeah, both those guys are having an outstanding game here tonight.
Garcia from the pocket throws complete near side, and they'll just stand him up, roll that secondary. Jaleel Walker makes the catch. At one point during the broadcast, we had discussed that the Red Mountain secondary would be tested tonight. Don't have the numbers for Arns in front of us. He's made some plays, but as a whole, another 7 points on the scoreboard. It took all of the entire game until the final 18 seconds last week for Ridge finally got on the board. So Red Mountain's defense has played quite well here as Garcia wiggles out of a sack. On the move, it's Garcia. He throws towards the back of the end zone, and it's nearly picked off. Making an acrobatic attempt on the ball was, I believe, Isaac Thompson.
Yep.
So IT again in pass coverage, doing a fantastic job, and we're going to have a change of possession. Special thank you to Jeremy Knudsen and his staff for their efforts here tonight. As you continue to enjoy the pictures here on YouTube this evening. It's been a long game. So the offense will march right back onto the field. Garner is checked in along with Darren Smith. The fullback is Brandon Fauble. Again, Chavez will show blitz. This time it's the quarterback, Darren Smith, on the keep. Didn't see an awkward change of possession there, did you?
No, it's just bobbled snap, just a bad exchange there. Center and quarterback, they can get that short up here very shortly.
Clock stopped at 5:04. Timeout on the field, taken by Cesar Chavez. So 5:04 to go. We'll take the timeout with it. You're watching Red Mountain Football on the Red Mountain Football Broadcast Network.
entire production team is up here in the press box with us. I think these guys want to go. I want to break it down. Break it down. Post-game meal, north. East for these guys. What for us, for them. Getting on the bus. Next stop, great game. I am not sure what's going on here, but had a long way the way next to the farm center. I-formation. Turn, give it to Garner. Garner behind the blocker, and Garner's going to take it outside. And it's going to run down there. Penalty markers throwing on the play. And with the 4:57 to go, there's a stop on Washington's forward. Fraction will talk this over. Josh Garcia continues to get loose here. Lucas Barnes tonight appears to be over. And our PA announcer here in the meet just described that it was a penalty on the play, and it was sarcasm. That's that. Now that time, I could appreciate the young man's game. But the rest of the night, I had a difficult time with that other now. On the pitch to Garner. And Garner will go off in the middle with it. Garner picked him up, put him down. Chavez tackle Antoine Winfield. Winfield 6'2", 205, a solid game last week. And win over East.
Man, make sure to listen to the Lions Den podcast with Medico Mike Peterson every Wednesday. Shows very enjoy conversation with Coach Peterson about tonight's game against Cesar Chavez. Sean Talk, the varsity player of the week, and a pretty good opponent, the Perry Boom, the Lions Den podcast. Heard every Wednesday.
They run it right, and there's another penalty marker thrown on the field. This time the penalty comes in at the 408 mark. I got some comments and some likes and shares for you. Maybe just a couple of dislikes and a couple of unfollows, to be honest with you. So we're out now, moving the football. First and 10 from our own 48-yard line. Darren Smith came to the sideline with the shoulder shrug as Taylor Lamar tackle up the sideline, gets the play call in there. They give it to the shifty George Ramirez, and George Ramirez lowers that shoulder and pulls up anybody that wanted to tackle him. And as George Ramirez comes up out of the pile, he just hands the rock to the official and jogs over the sideline and says, "Hey, call my number one more time." He's quick.
He's very quick. I don't know what happened in the game right now, especially in the game.
If Mike Peterson was standing here right now, he said, "I got to have a player on the field." James, that's true. That's true. I don't disagree with you at all. Get those guys off the field. Long count. Garner again. Tries to set up a tackle. There he goes to the 40. Breaks the tackle to the 30, 20, full race, 10, 5, touchdown. Jarquell Garner. 47 yards to the house. Peter Pops touchdown. Mountain Lions, and that is the dagger.
That was an outstanding play that time. I-formation, Red Mountain come out, says we're going to run it, and we're going to run it right down your throat. That's exactly what they did.
Off tackle, Jarquell Garner reads to the outside, finds a crease, hits the gas, and he's off and running. 33-7, Red Mountain with the extra point pending here. Jarquell Garner, 47-yard touchdown run. And for Jarquell, that is his third touchdown of the night for the Mountain Lions. Have a night, Jarquell Garner. Making a case for the player of the week. And there might be co-players, as we mentioned, but the Parker & Sons varsity player of the week, the leading candidate in at the clubhouse at this juncture is Jarquell Garner. Jarquell, more than likely over 100 yards tonight. Jarquell Garner just housed one from 47 yards away, and that's the dagger. And this place is filed out.
Yeah, running with some of the traffic now as the fans start to rise and head out of the stadium.
Did you have traffic coming into this place? This group coming in on 35th, wasn't it?
Yes. Big time traffic.
I about turned around 4 or 5 times coming in here going, baseline's coming up somewhere, isn't it?
It's gotta be.
The mountain's right there. I mean, it's
right
got to
to
be
the mountain. I went too far.
It's got to be right here. Now that's the idea, is to get some sort of a path from here to Ahwatukee. A little trail up the hill, drop it down, and you can do it. And somehow or another, while we're looking at other things, Connor Gardner must have missed an extra point.
Must have, yeah.
You don't see that?
It was 33.
Good, good. I'm tuned out. As soon as I saw Jeremy Knudsen up here, I figured I got to break it down. We got to go. There you go. I stopped broadcasting. This is Tyreek Blue. He's going to keep this one to the 10, the 15, the 20. Makes it with the 25, the 30, and they're going to tackle him right there. Special teams tacklers for Red Mountain. For 16, Jackson Beecher there to make that. Nice job, fellas. The staff starting to break it down up here. 2:56 remaining. Red Mountain's going to win this football game. This is Josh Garcia still in the ball game. Pass thrown over the middle of the field. The ball's going to be incomplete. Tanner Goodchild right there in the secondary breaking that one up. And down on the other end, you have Alexander Randall. His helmet got caught up with Chavez, number 51.
Didn't think that was a jersey swap going on down there.
Mike Mendez. So Blitzky will sit out the remainder of this ball game. It's 34-7 Mountain Lions. Red Mountain will improve to 2-0 in the season. They won their 12th out of the last 13 games. Garcia for the pocket going down the field, and it's incomplete. He was going for Tyreek Blue. And there are no infractions on the play.
Unbelievable. Excellent coverage that time. 21 Tanner Goodchild in great position that time off the wide receiver.
You talk about this team in terms of depth. Ty goes down early. Jarquell Garner steps up. He's been excellent tonight. And then in the secondary, different spots, but Tanner Goodchild gets solid play down tonight and making the most of it. Pass over the middle is in and out of the hands of the intended target, Davion Camp. Garcia right on the money with that one. But Camp perhaps heard some footsteps of double deuces back there. Georgie Ramirez.
Yeah, his footsteps have been all over the field here tonight. What an impressive performance for him, and not only him, but the whole entire Red Mountain football team. Cesar Chavez scored. That was 7 points very early in the ballgame. Since then, it's been 34 unanswered for Red Mountain.
Garcia outside. Ball is incomplete. At this point in the game, you see 2 offensive linemen on their back for Cesar Chavez. That's a new group for Chavez. They had to replace all the fellas from last year. They had 3 guys on that offensive line who were all region performers. And that's not an easy task to replace all 3 of those guys. Some big hogs up front. Garcia again to the air. Steps up in the pocket, has time, he throws the ball behind, and it's picked off by Zach Molina. Here comes Molina to the outside. And watch out for Zach Molina, and the ball is in the hands of Zach Molina. Some pushing and shoving late. And Zach Molina is lucky he didn't get his block knocked off right there. Because at this point in the game, on a crackback situation, Red Mountain's just good to get out of here with another turnover. Their 5th of the game. Josh Garcia that time with the pick.
Yeah, his frustration rears its ugly head for Davion Camp. He had to say a few words there after he got caught on, which I really don't understand. But hey, you know what? You got to play the football game. Weak.
sort this one out. Another long meeting in the middle of the field. The champions last year had 14 players receive postseason recognition. The 2 region players of the year, Blitzky and Russell. Chris Russell was an offensive player of the year. Now this is where things get ridiculous. So if Red Mountain suffers an ejection here, Zach Molina, if that's the culprit or the target, then Zach Molina would not be eligible to play next week against Perry. So whoever got tossed, if anybody got tossed, would not be eligible to play on the road next week at Perry. So you still have to finish this game out and keep your cool here with 2:11 remaining.
That could be very costly if that wasn't the exact Molina.
And what we have learned tonight about Cesar Chavez, they've got some athletes on this squad. They've run into a good football team, a very well-coached, better disciplined team tonight here in Red Mountain. But Chavez is going to win some games this year in the 6A conference.
Yes, on talent alone they will. They got some speeders, some speedsters, some guys that can burn it once they get out to the edge.
Our keys to the game tonight: set the tone up front, and I think the offensive line did just that. The secondary would be challenged, and they did a nice job of making some plays out there. And those impact players of the game, Ramses Rivera, Georgia Ramirez, and Isaac Thompson all have delivered here tonight.
Sophomore number 34, Jared Butler on the carry there. 5'8", 150 pounds, toting the rock very nicely there for Red Mountain.
Smith, the handoff again up the middle. Butler one more time as Garner sits down. And Butler, he's driving those legs, turning it forward. Nice bit of running for him as he is ready to celebrate. He is pumped up getting his action here tonight. 10:34 to go. I mentioned that Chavez line. They graduated all region first teamers: Joseph Morris, Frankie Val, and Javier Mesa. So the group that they're working with now, it's a work in progress, certainly, but not a bad performance tonight here. 34-7. Final minutes of change. Well, they're trying to time the play again. It's Butler again up the middle, and he runs right behind that left side on the left guard this time. 64 seconds to go in this one. 34-7. Red Mountain. We want to thank all of our listeners, for my broadcast partner Dan Booby and Jeremy Knudsen and the staff, Coach Barge, Coach Andriatis, and Coach Knudsen's team. Coach Mike Peterson's been an outstanding game. We're going to close up shop here early tonight. Hopefully we can catch up with the players for some post-game. Final 33 seconds to go. A couple of handshakes exchanged on the line of scrimmage here. Now, the best formation you can be in late in this game, and that's victory formation. And Red Mountain's going to win the football game. They're going to win their second game this season. They have now won 12 out of the last 13 football games.
Impressive, very impressive. They got off to a great start here in 2018 and really kind of picked up right where they left off from 2017 season. And obviously we hope that they're going to carry it much further this year.
The final score was 34-7 Red Mountain. They've already turned off the long team scoreboard here. I'm surprised they haven't turned out the lights just yet. They will. The game's been over for 30 seconds.
They turned the lights out down there earlier this evening.
And down here too, so. Red Mountain picks up the victory. They'll travel to Perry next week. And at this point, you hope and pray for the health and return of Ty McElroy. And then we'll have to find out on the line stand what happened in that fracas, that altercation late in the ball game, and who got tossed and how effective and how much will that affect next week's game at Perry.
Yeah, it could be very costly if that wasn't the exact Molina. He was a big contributor here tonight for Red Mountain, and he will be sorely missed next week if he's not able to go.
It's all hands on deck next week. Congratulations to head coach Mike Peterson. He picks up career win number 12. And for Manny Alcantar and this Chavez football team, we mentioned it. They got athletes. They are continuing to be a young team with a work in progress, with a great young coach. The nucleus is in place here in speed, and I expect big things from the champions as we move forward.
Yes, and they're going to have a bright future ahead here. They got a lot of athletes on their squad. And once again, congratulations to Red Mountain on victory number 200 for the program here tonight.
Check out the 5A and 6A Stroll with myself and Chrissy tomorrow afternoon. We'll have the lines then next Wednesday. And we thank you, the listener, and to all of our global listening audience. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Red Mountain wins it 34-17. Good night from Mobile.